Welcome back. When last we left off, the echoes of the Broken Chain crash-landed their stolen flying manor into the swamp next to the Rudwashes, and battled their way through the city streets, fighting off hordes of Blightspawn as they approached what seems to be the heart of the infection, the small two-story home of the Murrow family. After battling the Blightspawn within, the party found 2 Blight Hearts, and were in the middle of opening them up. In the meantime, Ruddy Pete is fighting an immense blight monster in the distance. Hordes of Blightspawn roam the streets of Othe, and Othe itself burns. What will happen next? We'll find that out in this session of The Veiled Light. You are standing in the burning ruins of the Murrow family's home. Velsius is currently standing over the opened up body of a zombified Goliath, half-giant. 2 of you are near a smaller Blight Heart downstairs, and it is partially opened. And inside, there seems to be what looks like an 8-year-old human girl. Baza is unconscious on the ground next to this Blight Heart. We're in roleplay mode here. What are you guys wanting to do?
Sick. I'm going to lay my hands on him, on Baza, for 1 second, for 1 point.
Okay. Baza, you wake up on the ground, laying at the base of this heart. The large, fleshy spines covered in large, bone-like thorns still softly vibrate as you are close to the heart itself. Inside, you still see that 8-year-old looking human girl with moving masses of wet flesh that seem to be going into her body on a regular basis, almost to the rhythm of a heartbeat.
Fuck. Oh. Things are different. Hi.
Yeah, you missed a little bit. Velsius went sicko mode. And took care of everything. And now that's happening, which I don't know what that is. Can someone explain?
So there's tendrils coming out of this girl's mouth, or what was it? She's connected to, like,
Going in. She seems to be inside the heart casing, and almost like a heartbeat, these like masses of moving flesh seem to be entering into her form and then just disappearing. There's no, visible change to her body.
Can I try to cut the heart a little bit more open to see if we can find a better way to pull her out?
Yes, you can. Give me how do you want to do that? Do you want to, like, slice into it? Are you trying to be gentle?
Trying to be gentle. I'm not trying to, because I don't know how this thing works. Essentially, I don't want to hurt her by accident.
Let's say, give me a sleight of hand check.
Also runs away as he sees you get in there. He's scrabbling on all fours.
Also,
I'll give you guidance.
Okay, so what's
D4. Add a
D4?
D4.
Okay,
Yeah.
sick.
This would be sleight of hand.
Lit. So that's gonna be a 25.
God.
What?
Damn.
Wait. Yeah, 25.
Okay. With a 25, you make the glaive shrink down until it's around the size of a knife. and you very gently start going in there and you start cutting pieces of the heart-like wall open to offer more access to this young child inside. You see the tendrils of flesh are still attached to her. You also see there's something different. Her skin is hot, almost hot, too hot to touch. You can't see her eyes, but you do see there are these deep-set veins under the skin that are flowing towards the eyes, and they pulse at the same rate that the flesh flows in. But I would say you have an opening. You can directly interact with the child's body at this point.
Have we tried the cure yet?
No, we
yet?
haven't. Baza was
We
trying,
just
but we
got
couldn't get
access
this
to it.
out of her mouth.
Yeah.
Did I waste it?
You tried to cut her mouth open and try to put it in, right? Is what happened?
But
But
you
the-
couldn't cut it open, yeah.
The tendril, yeah.
I would
That
say
one knocked you.
I would say at the last I would say let's roll a dexterity saving throw.
You're dexterous.
This is an after effect roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does
It's
his
gonna be 2.
does his bless go down? Oh, his bless was still up. He hadn't gone down
He's
yet.
still blessed, yeah.
Yeah.
Your blessings have absolutely saved the shit out of me. Let's see if it happens again.
They've blessed
That's
you.
another motherfucking 4. So I went from a 11 to a 15.
Okay.
Okay.
With a 15, at the last second, you're able to put your thumb into the stopper and keep the majority of the cure from spilling out onto the ground as you went unconscious.
Praise
So you
God.
do still have a cure.
All right, well, then, Baza, do you want to help me with this? Because you took a step back, right?
Yes, I would be happy to. If you fuck it up at all, it whips around and it'll fuck you up, and I'm going to die if that happens.
Cool, hand it to Ray. Ray,
Yeah.
you want to help me with this?
Yeah,
Head
yeah.
to
I'll
Ray.
help. And
I'll
give it to
hand
you.
a potion to Baza. Do you
I
need
was
one?
gonna say, when Boz was saying that, I was gonna look to the Dryad and see if maybe she could heal Baza and be ready to heal the child if needed.
She looks at you faintly. She goes, yeah, I can try.
Don't overexert yourself. I just am maybe a little bit farther from death's door is all.
Do you want help now?
You know what? No.
Okay.
Just keep an eye on me, okay? I'll take this. I'll chug some honey or is there
No, it's a
potion?
It's a healing potion. 2d4 plus 2. It's my last one.
As you guys are doing this, you do hear it's starting to
That's
build
right, they were outside.
build outside, and it's very slowly starting to get louder.
I will go to the door and peek. Activate my astral arms, and I'm gonna just like through the window peeking. I'm gonna send them out there as to like a distraction and have the zombies just like chase the arms throughout the air and stuff like that.
Okay. What? Give me a perception check.
Yeah, I'm good at those for the most part. Yeah, 18.
You see that the huge horde of 400 plus
Oh,
has
never mind.
turned around and are heading back towards the hearts. And also, as you're looking out, you see a huge meaty fist punch into the sky in the distance and be deflected by arcane energy. And then you watch as a little bead of light shoots out of a red figure in the distance and explodes on the side of this large monster as the duel in the distance continues. What are you guys doing now?
Okay, so explain to me what's going on in her mouth, as far as like that's
So-
blocking the.
Think the Matrix where there's like tubes and shit all
Yeah.
up in all the orifices. It's that, but the tubes are like Akira-like flesh mass that is constantly moving.
Okay, sick. Can I try to remove it
Yeah.
slowly? Just grab it with
Yeah.
my claws.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
Can I
athletics.
assist him with that since I'm about to help put the poison or the cure in her?
Yeah, sure. So the two of you grab onto this tendril of flesh, and you just start pulling. So give me athletics with advantage.
Bet.
DM in a poisoner's kit.
Do I do a guidance thing on that too or no?
You're
I can guide
blessed.
you if you want.
Oh, he
Oh,
can,
no, you don't.
yeah, he can do guidance.
Okay, bet. I'm at
Yeah,
a 19.
I'll lay my hand on you.
Without guidance. So bet. That is
As
a
I
21.
touch you, you notice my hand's a little colder than normal.
What does that mean?
21.
21, yeah. Oh,
21.
Wow.
You're able to, with a sickening, start ripping out this like fire hose of flesh and sinew, and you start pulling it out almost like a clown trick where they pull the handkerchiefs out, but just this nasty flesh, until finally, after a good 30 seconds of ripping this flesh out, there's an opening, a gout of black, disgusting blood shoots out into the chamber, and you hear from the child.
Pour the cure in her mouth.
Okay.
Gently.
You-
You said she's an 8-year-old girl, right?
You put the cure, and she swallows, and then there is, and she starts seizing in the chamber of the blight heart. As the blight heart, instead of beating like that, it starts vibrating like a bad heartbeat that you would need to shock out of rhythm, for anybody who knows medical stuff. And the spines as well start. So who's right next to this heart right now? That would be Ceramon and Ray. Was anybody else close?
I moved
Ceremon
to the
was the front
window.
door.
You moved to the
Yeah, he
door.
did move to the
Velsius,
window,
were you
yeah.
still with the bodies?
I was with
Okay. Okay, so the two of you need to make dexterity saving throws for me.
shit.
You still have bless. I don't.
Lit? Wait, what's blessed?
D4 to saving throws.
Oh.
Unless it's been over a minute since combat ends.
I'll just say yeah.
I would say you can have it for this roll, but no further ones.
Bad. Lit. That
You said
is
dex save?
Dexterity.
That's gonna be a 25 for me, bruh.
It's going to be a
25.
14 for me.
14. Okay. 25, you'll take half damage. 14, you're taking full.
Shit.
That's 8 points of piercing damage as these spines shoot out of the like rib cage like appendages, and you watch as no spines grow back to replace them, and they start to start fading to a fluttering ash that begins to flow off of them as they start dissolving, as does the heart itself. At that, from upstairs, you hear, and then in reply, you hear from hundreds of voices. As Ceramon, looking outside, you see this horde is no longer mindlessly rambling back. They have a direction, and they are moving back. And those that can sprint are sprinting.
That sounds like
look-
a clock to me.
We
Alright,
need to
we're
hurry
running
up
out
and
of
go
time.
upstairs and do it
We
to
are
the
running out
other
of
one.
time.
There's another
Heart upstairs?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I turn to look at Bowser confused, like, oh shit.
I think we all need to get upstairs either way.
I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on.
Everyone get upstairs. Go.
Bet?
Go.
Yeah,
As,
run it.
as you're leaving, you hear a as an 8-year-old human child falls out of the heart.
I take her with
onto the
me.
ground.
We forgot the kid. We forgot
Yeah.
the kid.
I take her with me. I'm holding. I'm holding. I'm holding. I was holding her.
Okay, okay. You've got her. You've got
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
Her
Upstairs.
eyes flutter open, not necessarily conscious, but stable. You see there are no eyeballs. There are pools of deep red blood, like solid red marbles. And you see that the veins are still there, and they still occasionally into the eyes. And you see, well, you feel it actually, strong muscles. She takes a breath, and it's the breath of somebody twice her size. But she's still unconscious in your arms as you run upstairs. You guys run upstairs,
Yes.
and you see the second heart upstairs. An appendage has grown out of one of the rib cages, and you see reforming is the beginning of another flesh golem. Slowly being remade.
Can I chop it?
Can we estimate how long it would take?
Give me... Shit, what would that be? Just give me an intelligence check. Let's see what's up.
Can I do a flesh check?
Hey, yo.
Can we check his meat, DM?
Board thing.
Yeah, I'd be with Galliard just saying fuck that. I don't need to know. I just cut
A
that
3? A 3? Velsius, this thing's going to come back immediately. You need to put it down.
Yeah. I'm trying to cut the thing.
We need to deal with
tendril.
this.
I'm already moving to cut it.
Cool. Give
I
me...
ain't observing nothing.
Give me, let's say the three of you, Baza, Galliard, Velsius, give me attack rolls.
Yeah.
And tell me what kind of attack you want to do. You can do a spell or
An
whatever
18.
you want.
I'm going to do a glaive. There's an 18 hit.
An 18
I'm gonna
does
move.
hit.
I'm gonna move a pose opposite to Galliard, and I'm gonna go to like stab this thing, pierce it.
Okay. I would say
Ray of
all
Frost.
these attack rolls are with advantage, so if you want to try to get a crit, you can. Ray of Frost,
No.
heard.
Mine's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, okay.
24.
24.
That's like a 26.
So, okay, all of those hit. Without needing to roll damage, Galliard, you come up and you slice the appendage off, separating it. The creature tries to... And as it comes up gurgling, Velsius simply punctures through the base of its skull, coming out of the top, scattering the forming teeth that would have resulted in damage to you for attacking it in melee off of its head as they start falling off onto the ground. And just as that's happening, it freezes solid and then shatters into pieces at Baza's spell, becoming just little puddles of mulch, kind of like a chopped tuna fresh caught at a fish market, just all over the place. The heart is there, quite large, surrounded by these spines still that Ciramon has seen before, and they are, with the beat of the heart, vibrating with these sharp spines of bone that are sticking out of their sides.
Okay, now I cut the last one with success. So can I use that knowledge to do the same thing with this one?
Ah, I like that. I like that. So, what I will say mechanically here is that you try to do that and you realize that you can't actually cut through with just delicacy.
So I gotta go. I just gotta be sharper then, or like harder. You mean like more of a harder hit?
Yeah. No rolls necessary. The previous Blight Heart was already damaged, which allowed you to get inside it to do delicate things. This one has not been damaged at all.
Okay, sick. Then
I'll cut you up. Like I had to slice open the top of it.
that's right. Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna go for a harder swing on it then.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
While they're hacking at it, I'm gonna
be honest
Velsius-
with you. Okay,
yes,
hold on.
Ray. Hold on, Galliard.
Yes.
Ray. What's
No,
up?
sure.
I'm gonna ask Velsius. Do you know this girl?
Yes, I
And
do.
holding up the 8-year-old.
It's one of the Merle's daughter.
Velsius, you recognize Milna.
Yeah, her name is Milna.
She was one of the twins, so the youngest ones.
Is there a chance that this other heart is someone else in the family?
As far as I know, I think the others are dead. Is that true, DM? Above table? I'm pretty sure.
Well, we know 2 are at the Quiet Marsh.
Mr. Murrow told you that 2 of them died.
This would be one of 2. So I mean, it could be her sister, the other twin.
But who was with him at the cabin? 'Cause there was another.
That
One
was
of the
another-
girls.
It was
We
another
know.
girl.
We know it was one of them.
Okay, so that's.
doing
He
the
said his
math.
daughter.
Doing the math, this Blight Heart is too big to be a child. This might be their mom.
It's too large to be one of the kids. It could be their mother. But
Well, then let's try
Yo.
to get this girl her mom back.
yeah.
Okay, Galliard. What were
Yes.
you saying? You said to be honest.
I mean, I wanted to until you said the mom thing, but I'm gonna be honest anyways. Hearing the, remembering that Haxter spoke to me, I am gonna swing at it in a way where, if I happen to hurt the person inside, it happens. If it cuts through and the person comes out clean, that also happens. So I'm a lot more reckless with this one, but that's obviously between me and the blade.
So because you're telling me this,
Yes.
you can give me an attack roll and add 5.
5 to it.
Add 5 to the roll.
Okay. That is gonna be a 25.
That definitely hits. Roll damage. Are you pumping in anything, or are you out of spell slots?
Out of spell slots. I mean, I wouldn't pump anything either because that would be too obvious. If anything, I'm just.
Not more. I'm just asking. They're just questions.
The thought of
Okay.
him just pumping a fucking smite.
Yeah, just seeing it, it's crazy. I can't imagine. Wait, actually, do I have a spell slot?
You drank 2 of those spell essences.
I have a spell 2 slot open, but I won't do divine smite on it because that's a little too much. I feel like that'd be obvious. If anything, I'm trying to make it so I'm trying to cut through it. They saw me. I mean, we all know it's a lot thicker than the last one, so I figured that it would be just kind of like whatever happens, happens. Damage is going to be shoot.
No, go ahead. What's the damage?
14.
14? Okay.
Yeah.
14
Is that 10 plus 4, bro?
You hear a from the heart as it vibrates and then spines shoot out again. Who's near this heart? Be honest.
I think most of us are.
Definitely
kept
Galliard.
I'd be next to the stairs.
Yeah, I know for a
I
fact
kept the
Ray
girl
wouldn't be.
away. Yeah, I kept
Yeah.
the girl
Okay.
away. I didn't want her to.
So would it just be Galliard?
I would say, well, to be
And,
honest, the way I saw
and
it,
Velsius.
yeah, it's because Velsius, Baza, and I were like trying to cut the thing open, right? So we wouldn't be close.
Velsius
I
did,
imagine Sirma
Baza
being by
did
the
cast
stairs.
a ranged spell, though.
Oh, lit. Okay.
And I specifically scurried away because
That's
I
right.
got.
You
Okay.
smart. You smart.
Yeah.
So
'Cause
Velsius,
Wizard's gonna be down again for the next 2 hours. So
Velsius and Galliard, give me dexterity saving throws, please.
Lit.
And I'm going to roll a d6 twice.
17 on my end.
Okay.
That is a 13. 13. I think. Let me double
Alright.
check. I don't think. Yeah, it's a 13.
So the 13 will be full damage, the 17 will be half again.
Lit.
Only 2 points. Only 2 points of piercing. Also, I rolled that d6 twice, and you are not. The moans of the horde start getting replaced with the rumble in the ground of so many feet moving towards you at once. And the sounds of the horde moaning, instead of just coming from one direction, you start hearing them to surrounding the entire house.
we need to. Sorry,
No, go
Yeah,
ahead.
so
Go ahead.
need to consider that we can't get this done in time.
we have
might
to
have
kill
to
it.
go another way.
That's what I was going to say. We're going to need an escape route either way at this point. We're stuck on high ground, and it's going to be a sea of monsters, and we're not making it out if that's the case.
And this building is too rickety to survive. Like, we're not holding this building. I'm gonna point towards the holes in the floor.
Have we?
That
And
you
the fire-
created.
And the fire, it's burning as well.
I forgot it's burning.
Yeah.
I don't
How
think,
deep
I
is
don't
the-
think,
Shoot.
I don't think we can call on Ruddy Pete. He's busy. He's
We call him Mikael.
At that, you hear a. And then you hear. in the distance.
That might not be so good.
How deep was the cut into the heart that I did?
Yeah, from your damage, I was just about to get to that. You see, because of your strike, everybody saw this. You swung it out to where it would be about neck or head height if a person were standing in front of you, and cleaved right through the outer casings of the flesh, deep inside. And you see there are spouts of the blood of the blight heart, and then a different kind of blood joins as well. Darker, richer, not so much black as it is purple. And the blight heart still.
I look back at Velsius. I'm like, help me, and I try
we
to
need to-
rip the rest open or cut the rest open.
I'm gonna
Okay.
move to help him out and try to pull this thing open.
Okay, give me You guys are just going to town on it.
We're just gonna try to rip this shit open. Yeah.
All right, let's do athletics separate rolls.
But
And I'll have a threshold total.
my athletics is mad high. And it don't matter.
That's not
Mine's
guidance
a-
or
mine's a
it's not
15.
Bless, right? Bless, no.
No.
It ran out.
That's a 21.
Okay. Cool. Y'all have enough for that threshold. You start ripping through, and you see the beginnings of an adult human woman's body in there. You see she has an immense gash into her collarbone, but you watch with each of the blade heart, it's starting to sew itself back up and close.
Is it like Wolverine level, like it's healing like that?
While attached, yes.
Okay.
It's fast.
I'm gonna go ahead and move to uncork one of my vials, well, the one I actually slipped away, and I'm gonna pour it directly into the wound.
Okay, cool. You pour it in, and you watch as the healing slows a bit, and then it completely seals closed, and the beating begins like seizing again as the body begins to seize, and the spines also,
I'm gonna protect the girl. Like,
and the
wrap her
spines
around.
shoot out again.
Or like it's grenade.
Yeah, with the warning, I would say Galliard and Delcius, you can make a dexterity saving throw with advantage because you knew this was going to happen.
The dexterity saving throw, that's a 15.
15?
That's another 11.
Okay, cool. So the 15 is the mark to take half damage. And the 11, you'll take full damage. And we'll roll my new dice. Thank you.
Let Q, okay.
Hi.
Thank
That looked
you,
like a
Justin.
D12.
And that's a cute little 6. So Mars, you take 6 points of piercing. Galliard, you're taking 3 points of piercing.
Sure.
As the
Sorry,
heart
Mars.
lets out a final. And it too begins to almost fizzing like an open can of soda, start dissolving into ashy particles that start filling this space. And you hear quieting of the hordes outside as this woman falls forward out of the rapidly decaying blight heart case.
I'm gonna move to try to catch her.
Yeah. She falls.
Can I run
right-
towards an opening to see outside
Yeah, yeah.
where the
You-
monster was fighting?
You run towards
you're
an
right.
opening,
Okay.
and you and Saruman both see the creature seems to be raising a fist up to smash down into a part of the city before it just explodes into chunks of flesh and a continuous fall of blood rain that falls down like a bucket at a water park pouring on the kids as they stand under it, but
Gross.
just blood that shoots out every and you hear from the larger chunks of flesh as they impact into some of the remaining standing buildings on the northern side of the road washes. And you actually can see from here the tip of Ruddy Pete's shield around his tower, and you see as just a wave of red cakes it like it was just painted.
Good visual.
Also,
Does
the
this mean we
hordes
won?
begin to fall down where they lay.
Thank God.
Was that us or was that Ruddy Pete?
I'm pretty sure that was us. And I look at the heart. Is the heart just dissolved completely? Is it just...
It's beginning to desiccate, and Velsius, you start to see it's starting to look like the desiccated husk that you found in the basement of the Dryad's Manor, where it's like drying out and then hardening.
Twice.
Yep.
I've seen this before in the Dryads. We've done it. I'm gonna be cradling this woman, probably into my shoulder.
Yeah, you recognize Tombra. Tombra Murrow.
And the daughter's name again?
Milna, Milna, and the mother is Tombra, Tombra. And unlike the smaller child, Tombra, her eyes flutter open, and you see the deep pools of red where eyeballs would be. Her skin is ashy white. The veins run a deep purplish red, and you can see them under the skin, almost like the top layers of skin have become translucent. As she wakes up and looks at you, Velsius, with those pools of blood, and says, Mr. Velsius, what happened?
Bro, how do you feel?
What happened to me?
I need you to focus on me. I'll
She
give you
turns her hands, and you see the nails are long and razor sharp. Oh.
Bro, I need you to focus for Milna. Focus on me.
Milna, where is she?
She's okay. She's fine.
She sees Ray. Give me my daughter, please.
Let me try something first. And I'm going to try to feed her some of the purple honey, the one that's a lesser restoration.
Okay.
See if it does anything.
We're gonna do our best to care.
You're gonna try to make this 8-year-old shit herself?
No.
For
I'm
Milna.
trying to see. I'm trying to see if like the blood eyes will go away. Like if it helps. The lesser restoration
how
helps
dare
if
you.
it doesn't fully set in.
Also, can I get in a position to flank the mom just in case?
Yes, you can.
That's classic.
That's
Caramon-
a 16 on the
Mr.
save.
My smite, but not this
She
time.
she doesn't shit herself.
Yeah, she'll get a smite for
Okay.
show.
The honey has no effect.
Right. Here she is. Man. Can I elbow the dryad? Oh, go ahead, Velsius.
Tombra. Milna's fine. She's in Ray's care. We need to. Are you feeling okay? How do you feel?
I feel amazing. Oh. I remember being sick, but I feel healthier than ever. I feel like when I first met. Oh. Wow. What happened? And she leans against a small support pillar on the roof, and it crushes through, and part of the roof collapses down into a pile of thatch onto the ground. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm apologizing. This is my house. What happened to us?
I need you to move very carefully and slowly. You're a lot stronger than you're used to. Treat everything like you're picking up a teacup. Or fine.
I'm also gonna start holding the daughter and walking down the stairs. I'm gonna be like, I think we should move out of here, considering the place is on fire and falling apart.
Well, that's
Is the
what I was
dryad
about to
reacting to her at
ask.
all? Or to them?
The dryad is more like kind of wonderment, amazement at them. Not so much. She's actually wandered over to Saruman and kind of come up next to him and goes, "Should we be worried about them?"
Well, that's what
You're
I'm
muted.
not sure. Why am I muted? I didn't know I was muted this whole time. When we look outside, there's nothing, right? All the zombies and stuff have just collapsed.
You don't hear the hordes of undead. In fact, the sounds of battle, the onager that was launching rounds from the lake, have also ceased. You don't.
Okay.
And it's actually around now that you start to hear cheering in the distance. And then there's a blowing of horns, and the cheers grow louder. You think that the battle for Othe has ended.
then yeah, I'll tell the Dryad and I'll tell the group that we should at least go outside in the open. It looks like we're safe for now, and we don't need to be in this house as it collapses.
Yeah, let's let the two injured and Velsius walk out first.
Yeah.
Oh, I was already walking down with the child
Yeah.
when I
I'm
said
gonna,
that.
I'm gonna
I
move
wanna-
to follow Ray.
I want to stop everybody else, Baza, Siramon, and the Dryad before we get downstairs,
Okay.
so I could talk to him a little bit privately, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So Ceramon and
Yeah.
so Velsius and Ray head out with Milna. So you guys are standing
And
outside.
Tombra was following us, or
Yeah,
Tombra
Okay.
follows.
yeah.
Yep.
So I want to turn to the group and look at the Dryad specifically and just ask, can you feel them or hear them at all? The daughter and her mother.
Kind of.
You
They're-
sense anything?
They're loud, like a great oak tree.
Are you scared of them?
Yeah.
Why?
Their voices are powerful. The plants hear them too. I think they are plants.
Do you
Oh.
think?
Did you see what?
She's behind Ceramon this whole time, by the way. She's like
Mm.
peeking out, answering your questions.
You see all of the violence and the destruction that happened here today. It was quick, but wanted to impress the scale upon you.
I still don't know what's happening.
I understand. Just understand that this was a lot of pain and a lot of loss today, and it was largely the Dryad, your progenitor, or mother, whatever. That is the reason that they were afraid of you in the first place. In some of the readings that we had done, he had said that these people, plant people downstairs, would be connected to her, and you feel them too. I
Yeah.
think that it is fine to be afraid, but you might have influence over them. Help us prevent any more violence, if that happens.
I can try.
Do you feel like you have a sway over them, or just a connection?
I just feel like I can hear them.
Hmm.
Like I hear the plants.
Well,
Well,
I
I'm
have a
sorry
say.
for jumping to assumptions at the beginning. As Baza was saying, your doppelganger, your lookalike, caused a lot of death and destruction that my friends and I witnessed. So it was hard for me to put those feelings aside. So I apologize and wanted to thank you for the help.
I don't think I'm her.
You're not.
I hope you're
either.
not.
And at this point, it's up to you to make sure that you don't become like her.
Okay.
Be
Ray.
good to have an ethics lesson.
Ray.
I could teach that.
Yeah, ceremony.
So the saying goes, trust until you shouldn't. And then as we're going down the stairs.
Ray,
Hell yeah.
the child in your arms wakes with a start and immediately pushes off of you with such strength you have not seen since Ceramon has pushed into you. I actually need an athletics saving throw.
would that be strength saving throw?
Yeah, strength saving
Okay.
throw.
It's a 9.
Yeah. You are shoved to the ground you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage, actually, from how hard you impact into the earth as this small child launches off of you and launches 25 feet through the air back and just frantically arms out.
Hey, Milna, we're not here to hurt you. Velsius and your mom are right here. I have gesture over my shoulder.
Milna, come here. I'm gonna try to beckon through.
What am I? What happened?
You're still you.
Tolna tries to move past you, or sorry, Tombra tries to move past you, Velsius, and hold her arms open. And she says, "Come here, darling." And
Milna, come to your mother.
Milna rushes forward, and they embrace. Velsius, give me a perception check.
Perceptive belts. Gonna be a 5. I think that's a 5.
5. I guess Ray can do it too. He is there.
You guys just need to see this
He
shit.
is there.
Perception. 16.
My God.
You see that the pulsing through the veins that are very visible sync up as they embrace one another. And you can almost hear it. Like a popping in the air almost.
Looking at them, do I get the feeling? Because I've seen them interact in the past. Is everything normal?
Give me an insight check.
And with me noticing them linking up, does it seem like a living ecosystem, kind of like plants?
Give me a nature check. You said a 14?
Like I said, I've seen them interact in the past.
You're seeing a mother and daughter reunite.
15 for nature.
15. There are some plant species that are symbiotic in nature, where cooperation would equal better opportunity for both.
The reading of the Dryad's notes about Blightspawn, was that has everybody caught up on that? Who was that?
That was you and Velsius.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I would make sure that those of us upstairs knew that the Dryad said that it took 4 arachnocrawlers to take down a Blightspawn.
A Blightborn.
Or Blightborn, yeah, at which we have 2 of them. So we've got 8 arachnocrawlers worth of bad news potentially right here. I'm just a little cautious, just letting you know that their strength.
I would say it's around this time that the rest of you actually join everybody outside. You still hear horns in the distance. Velsius, you feel in your mind a soft voice. That's it. Help me. Help me. Help me.
Do I recognize the voice?
That's ready, Pete.
Is ready. Where are you? I'm gonna think it as loud as I can.
You don't get a reply?
Did we see where the flesh monster hit something and it went? Did we see that?
You heard that, but you did see where it was towering above, about to smash into something.
Frantically, I'm gonna yell out as loud as I can for the group to hear. Ruddy needs help. He's hurt. I don't know where, but he just spoke to me.
Get
I
there
saw where
quickly.
it was. I can head that way.
I can heal him. Yeah,
And I can move
got a
quickly.
little too spot. So, you two want to stay with the injured?
We can all
Watch
just head
over
there
'em.
together.
Yeah.
Seems
But
like everything's taken care
Siramon
of.
and I
I'm
think
just making sure that
go
I
really
wasn't sure they can move.
fast.
No, time's of the essence. Just go ahead. We will follow.
Who
I'm
is leading?
probably me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does run the fastest. Yeah.
Give me a
Yeah.
survival check.
I'd be right behind you.
Ooh, survivals I'm good at too. That is 18 plus 6, 24.
With ease, you're able to navigate your way through the ruins towards the spot where you saw the flesh kaiju about to smash into the ground. You start running past broken buildings where the fire has long gone out, and instead sizzled blood remains. As you move past huge chunks of flesh, some of them a good 10 feet tall, before you come to a street on the north side. You see there are 3 buildings with a hole punched through them in a perfect circle, and an impact crater in the ground. And surrounding that impact crater are the majority of the chunks of flesh. And in the impact crater, you see unconscious is Ruddy Pete. His robes are tattered and torn. His entire body is covered in bruises.
Yeah, sick. I want to rush to him and do cure wounds at level 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna have a healer's kit if no one was with me, but if everyone's caught up, then that's fine.
I would be trailing after screaming Ruddy the whole way, probably. Ruddy!
Yeah, I would be like making it known where I'm headed to where to find him and stuff like that. But,
Yeah, like you're running ahead and you're like, left! You run.
yeah, yeah.
Right! Run forward!
Yeah,
that's cool. That's cool.
If I'm close enough to get to Siramon, then I'll do the cure wounds. But if he's further ahead, then I would expect him to.
If I don't,
yeah.
oh, go ahead.
I would say, Ceramon, you're there way ahead of them.
Okay.
And you could run up and start using your healer's kit.
Yeah.
So if you want to make a medicine check for me.
Okay, not bad at that.
How far behind him do you think we are? I know Baza would be probably closer.
Yeah, probably
Unless you want to do a survival check.
probably a good couple rounds. I would say
That's okay.
he would start working on him with his healing kit for a while before you guys are able to show up.
I have
I'd activate Blade Song too. Just get there.
I have a 14, and with the healer's kit, if it works, it would put them at stable.
Okay.
Oh.
So Baza, you show up second.
I've got one. I got a potion. I just give it to him.
Okay.
Burn the resources.
So, Sirmon, I would say you uncork the potion, and before you start bandaging the numerous open wounds on his body, you would pour bits of the potion into the wound and then cover them with healer's kit wrap and some of the medicinal herbs that are in the healer's kit as well. And you guys are able to stabilize him by the time Galliard and everybody else arrive.
Sweet. We've got him okay, but we've done everything we can. We need one of you to step in and do something now.
Sick. I'll do cure wounds. I got a level 2 spot available.
Cool. How much
So
do you
that's-
heal him for?
I gotta roll it.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2d8s.
Gallier, do what you can, please.
What's that? No clue.
Yeah, Velsius, he
Lit.
is rough. You
That is going to be 12 plus 4.
You are met
16.
with flashbacks of dead soldiers of Lathras looking this rough.
Like I know.
And with that, 16, he... I got him!
Oh, you did.
You did, Ruddy.
Did we win?
Oh, we're heroes
we
of the
did.
day, Ruddy.
Thanks to you.
Fuck yeah. Velsius. Velsius,
Ruddy,
carry me.
I'm gonna looking at him. Do I get the sense that he's playing up, or is he still
Give me an insight
just
check.
as wounded as
Give me
I've
an
seen?
insight check.
Okay.
Why does it matter, Belsius? Give the man what he wants right now.
That is gonna be
Monster.
it's gonna be a 15.
Okay. He's probably in the most pain he's ever been in his life, but he could technically walk.
Looking at him. Just for today. And I'm gonna reach up and just go to pick him up like Ewok style. Ewok style. No, I'm stop struggling.
All right, you carry him.
Back to the tower?
Back to the tower.
Or do we need to go check on the Marquis?
We might, honestly, we might need to go check in on them.
I mean, you're not allowed to say it.
Let's split the party.
Let's separate.
Split the party.
Split the party. I with somebody else,
All right,
or another person.
Who are our two groups here?
Just because I know there's a Lezo, right? I know, homie. I would go make sure that the Marquis is good because I don't know when.
Me and the
I would
Dryad
go
will go with Galliard.
I will too.
Okay.
Okay. So that means
So that would-
Baza, me, and
Sure.
Ruddy to the tower.
Go to the tower. Okay. Let's.
And then we should.
I love splitting up the group.
We'll take Tolna and
Tombra and Milna.
Tombra,
Thank you,
Milna.
Tombra. Shh. The DM got me messed up.
Tolna's
Yeah,
our
fuck
little
you up,
kobold
bitch.
friend.
Tombra.
Okay. Then y'all are closer to the tower, so we'll do the tower first. The whole time you're carrying him through the burnt, ruined streets of Othe, and as a gentle rain comes in to help with some of the fires in the city, you realize no, Pete is actually very hurt. Leaning into you, he's lapsing in and out of consciousness. It's not like dropping to 0 hit points. It's more he's so hurt he's falling asleep, and then will wake up a bit and fall back asleep. The shield surrounding his stubby 2-story tower with the beautiful gem on top and the spinning fire obelisk and the nice little rural cabin that sits on the swampy little beach there has remained intact. And you can, as you approach, he goes, Fein and Morin. And you watch as the shield absorbs up into the 4 crystals that sit at the corners of the tower and disappears. And you see on the inside numerous Zalezo soldiers, bloodied, sweaty, panting, their armor disheveled, and surrounding the shield is a mound, easily 200 plus Blightspawn corpses that have piled up against the shield over the past couple days.
Perfect. Okay. How tall is the pile of bodies?
15 feet.
15 feet.
And this is people
And
like
it's-
laying down on their sides, being slaughtered, and then just pile. So it's a couple hundred corpses.
And then how big is the group of soldiers?
You'd say there's roughly 20 that are standing, and there's a good 45, 50 mixed soldiers and civilians of the area that are just sprawled out, like they're so exhausted. Give me a medicine check. Let's just do like a general medicine check.
Okay. Oh, that's a nat 20.
And nat 20, cool. You get the feeling, you catch the vibe that these people have been fighting for 2 straight days and nights, and this is the first time they've had a break.
Okay. I want to move to climb up the mountain of corpses to go towards the tower and then stop at its peak.
Okay.
You want me to roll? That's a lot of corpses.
No, I would say you're able to climb up over them. And there are parts where it like ebbs and flows. So there's a few lower parts where it's more just a few heavy steps over and then into the shielded area. And you watch the inside of the shielded area, the grass is still green.
I want to make my way to the tallest pile,
Okay.
tallest peak of it.
Yeah, you make your way up.
And then, is Ruddy awake or is he slept? Is he fell asleep?
He's awake.
Ruddy, look, we've done it.
Good.
Look at all the people we saved.
Get these fucking people out of my house, Celsius.
No, of course.
There's a
And I'm
demon. There's a demon in there.
We'll get them all of your home.
I'll be honest, he's probably made like 10 deals by now.
That's
probably.
not good. It's not good.
Is this a metaphor? I'll just like to.
Buzz, whatever you do, don't make any deals when you go inside. It's most likely not a metaphor. It's probably literal, but it could be a joke. But probably
It's not a joke.
It's the demon from our bag of holding.
There's a demon in there. I just
I'm
kind
gonna-
of
I'm
threw
gonna
him in a
from the bag
room.
of-
And when you put 300 people in your fucking tower, they might find that room. Just saying.
So, looking over the crowd, I'm gonna pan over and address everybody. Yell out, "Oh, we've won! We've won the day. Tend to your wounded. It's over."
You hear a collective sigh of relief as the soldiers start dropping their weapons or sheathing them and putting them away. And you hear a,
Oh, you're alive, you old sack of shit.
as you see an old half-orc woman comes out of her untouched, pristine, not touched by refugees
Hell yeah.
either cabin. And you see a gaggle of half-orc, half-elven, halfling, and human children behind her as she comes out and she puts down this cane, and the cane is absolutely soaked in blood and guts as she sets it down, and it stands
Ruddy.
on its own as she places it. And she goes,
I'm glad you made it, you old fuck.
Look, Ruddy, it's the demon herself is back.
And fuck you too, Velsius. My name's
missed you.
Meldreed, don't you forget
No.
it.
I'm glad you reminded me.
And you need to stop by later, young man. I've got some goods that need to be moved into the kitchen, and God knows I won't do it.
Looking at her, am I intimidated by the bloody mess that is this one?
I don't know, are you? That's a personal choice.
Ooh, I'm like, can you describe Mildred to me?
This is an old, crusty, half-orc woman in essentially stereotypical fairy tale grandma's clothes.
Gotcha.
There is not a single drop of blood on her body, but there is a gnarled cane that is standing up on its own next to her, caked in blood. And all of the children behind her look like they don't know what's going on.
Fully shielded.
In fact, a few of them come out and they go,
Oh, is that Mr. Velfius? Mr. Velfius, hi.
Hello.
Are you
Hello,
going to come
Timothy.
back and play again with us, Mr. Velfius?
I'll be by later to help
Okay,
your grandma.
Mr. Velfius. She will let us out of the house.
For a good reason. It was not a good day to play. A lot of bad weather.
Well, she went out of the house and she would come back and breathe heavy.
There's some heavy lifting going on right now.
Grandma,
Hey.
you can't do that. You're back.
and Meldred goes,
Oh, shut up. Go inside, you little shit. Oh, I love my babies.
As always, Mildred, it's lovely to see you. We need to head inside ourselves.
It's not lovely to see you. Go away.
And then
And take
gonna
that
move towards-
cantankerous old magical fuck with you.
and she points at Ruddy. And
it's already awake.
Ruddy is doing this.
Who's the babe?
I like it when she yells at me. Oh,
You, Baza,
Baza, that.
Mildred.
Baza. Hi.
Yeah, we'll catch up. I just was
Okay.
gonna give you your space, you know?
No,
You had a big, we
that's
all had a
fine.
big day.
I think one of my legs is still broken, so let's just go
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah.
You take him inside, and the entry foyer. This Baza. This is just a ruddy mud brick tower, 2 stories tall, square design. The glowing green crystals on the corners that float on their own, and the metallic cylinder obelisk covered in runes with 2 gouts of permanent flame shooting out of either side that gently rotates on top. Those are pretty magical looking. But looking through the windows, you see a rundown, abandoned looking home on the inside. You see destroyed furniture, dust everywhere. But the moment the door opens, elongated hallway extends to Velsius. This is the largest you've ever seen the foyer become. Instead of being a comfortable space for 5 to 10, it has turned into an immense banquet hall, almost like going into the hall at Hogwarts where they have meals. And it is chock to the brim, 200 plus refugees of the city of Othe.
It's slammed. Looking at it, do I see anybody that stands out? Like any refugee leaders? Anybody that seems to have like a lot of activity around that?
You do see there are a few people that have taken up like roles of care, and they're moving back and forth and taking care of people, that kind of thing. And you also see... Hold on, I have it in my notes.
I bet you're going to be glad to see Archibald, aren't you, Reddy?
You see, Reddy goes,
Ooh, he's already here.
and Velsius, you feel like a tap on your shoulder, and there's nothing there.
I'm going to start like always.
Archibald, carry me.
And he kind of dramatically falls off of you and is caught in the air and like carted away to one of the rooms of the many changing doors where he disappears into it. As you see a half-orc woman. Actually, no, not here. You don't see a half-orc woman. You see a bald-headed, drunkard,
Very different.
sailor-looking man who is moving around with a very small thimble of what looks like a flask, like a whiskey flask. And he's running around and goes, "Hey,
No, it's fucking...
would you like a drink?" As you recognize Pickard, the swamp sailor, is moving around. You see his swords and his crossbow bolts are caked in blood. And you also see a large dragonborn woman with a great battle axe walking through and going, "Are you okay, little one? Good. Are you okay? Good. Oh, Velsius! It's been a while." And she comes over and she wraps you up in a great big hug, and some of your spine cracks a little. "Oh, sorry, I forgot you were a shrimp. And who is this little delicate piece of meat you brought with you?"
You bet. Don't... Whoa, Baza. This is my associate Baza. He
I'll go for a. I'll like extend my hand and I'll spit in it.
She slaps that shit and she picks you up and wraps you in a, "Oh, come here, you big little man, you." And she gives you a hug. And goes, "We lived. We survived. Have a little touch."
Okay. I'll touch the scales. I haven't touched a dragonborn.
Oh.
it's great.
Yep.
Galliard
Her,
likes to be pet.
Her scales are sharp. Rippling muscle lies underneath. As I'm actively trying to remember what this woman's goddamn name is.
It's Marilier.
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 Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you. As Marilier goes, "Oh, you're petting me. It's a little public for that." And she sets you down.
You better, Marilier. I'm gonna tell Galliard if you're letting other people pet you. He was asking about you.
She
Actually,
grabs you by the armor and pulls you in close. You're about an inch away. "Where is he?"
he's heading towards the Marquis right now.
All right, kisses.
Having
She leaves.
oh,
You there? Did you have a
Oh.
drink? To Pickering.
Uh,
Pickard.
Picard.
Picard?
Ice Pickard.
Pickard.
I was on a swamp ship. Who do you?
No,
What's happening?
Whiskey? What do you have?
Oh, this. Would you like?
Does he have like a flask and then like a thimble?
It's like one flask, but it's tiny.
Yeah, I'm slogging it.
Cool. You can drink as much as you want out of it. It just
Wow.
keeps going, and it is
I
a
did not know.
deep, dark, ruddy brandy, like a rich, oaky brandy.
I'll just go until I can feel the heat in my fingertips, and I'll slap it back. Good man. Thank you. Awesome.
Pickard takes it.
Back at it.
Belsius.
Pickard, I'm glad to see you survived.
Yeah.
Who's managing all of? I'm gonna gesture to the banquet hall.
I mean, I guess I am. It's fine. It was earlier, but she's gone.
You, incredulously. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed with what you've.
You should be. And kind of like gives you a little shovey, little drunk shove. Look, they just need to rest, and then we'll get them out of here. Can you just help us
Okay.
pass out food and whatever?
Yes, of course.
Great. Great.
And I'm gonna move to start providing aid where I can
Cool.
and addressing people as I'm going.
I would say we'll come back to you guys in a little bit. The rest of you, you start making your way west along what remains of the road that would lead north and west towards the Apophedes. And you come to the ruined bridge that connects the Redwashes and the Apophedes. And you see there is a full warship floating in the ruin, covered in Zalezo. And you see they are actively laying down planks on either side of the ship to turn it into a makeshift bridge as Zalezo forces are starting to march across. Galliard, make a history check for me.
While he's doing that, do I recognize that ship that was flying Port Zune flags earlier?
Mm-hmm.
It's
You
not
see
my
it
family.
it's still out on the lake.
Okay. Do I recognize like what family it's from? Or
You see the flags of numerous families of Port Zune.
Okay.
You do see one that is your crest.
Okay.
And you see it's actually, they've pushed out oars and are beginning to row towards the Redwashes.
I rolled an 11.
An 11? Okay. You see the banners of Port Damali that you recognize, the banners of Othe, the banners of Phelan, and the banners of Port Zune. However, there are other banners that you do not recognize, but from their make, they would probably be other cities within the Clovis Concord.
Is there anybody on the ship that I might recognize? Is it Lezo-wise? Two people specifically. One of them was Captain Duuna, I think.
Yeah, you don't see Captain Duuna yet.
Mhm.
But you do see a tall, half-orcish, beautiful woman. It's like quarter orcish, and the rest seems to be elven and human. She has a bow at her back, a two-handed sword strapped to next to it. She's caked in blood, wearing light armor. She has dirty blonde hair. A quarter of her head is shaved back, and the rest is pulled back into braids. You recognize this woman. The last time you met her, she was crying outside of the Pendrada vacation home in Othe after she watched her guard buddy rapidly age and die in front of her.
Wait, this was the same woman I saw when we first got to, or back to Othe, right? It was the one that told us about the
Yep.
mountains, whatever.
Yep.
Right? Okay.
She
Cool.
was also Lieutenant Duna's, or she was Captain Duna's lieutenant at that camp.
Yeah.
So if she's here, that means Duuna and the entire army he brought of a few hundred are also here.
Cool.
Her name is Stryla, and she recognizes you.
so-
She goes, Mr.
Listen.
Galliard.
Stryla, how are you doing?
She gives you the strength and honor clasp. I'm glad to see you survived.
You too, honestly.
What happened?
How's Captain Duuna?
Duna's back with the Marquis.
Okay, so you
We were able to
Made it
secure
alright.
most of the Apophytes.
good. That's one of the islands you were worried about with the Marquis and all. But it's tough to explain. I mean, as you saw, we were fighting undead. Just evil forces at work, but thankfully we were able to stop it before it got a lot worse, I'm assuming. I wish we were quicker, honestly.
Well, I'm glad you were able to stop it. You should report to the Marquis. If you want
these
credit for what it is you've done, we'll confirm it, of course, procedure and all that.
Yeah, I don't think we're necessarily looking for credit like right now. We're just trying to make sure that the Marquis is safe.
Last I heard, her wife Sigrid held off a horde on her own in front of the manor, and then we were able to break through and reinforce them. So I think they're alive. I don't know. I was sent here immediately. We will begin the military occupation of Othe.
Okay, we'll head over right now, and these are my colleagues, Siramon,
Strength and honor.
Ray.
She
and-
gives you all the clasps.
And her.
And
He doesn't have a name yet. We're working on that.
you.
It's not.
The sword comes out.
Yeah, I think. Look, it's. You got. I did the exact same thing. I mean, she can vouch for me trying to attack her when I first saw her, but she has helped immensely, a lot more than I would like to give her credit for. She's not the same person.
So I would say she pulled the sword and you caught her wrist in the downstroke. So you're holding it.
Oh,
I'm also in front of
and-
the Dryad when that
Yeah,
happened.
Siramon moved in front and the Dryish went and moved back behind. Galliard, give me a persuasion check.
A nat 20.
Damn.
That is gonna be a 24 total.
She still, you feel her strength pushing through, looks and locks eyes with you, and she says, you take responsibility then if something happens. And she sheaths this beautiful steel longsword, two-hander, that stroke looked like it would have cleaved the Dryad in two.
If anything does happen, it's on me. And I turn back and look at Siramon and it's that look of like,
Yeah.
I told you, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna happen.
well done.
We really nod back.
Make way. Open.
We'll pass.
And the Zalezo move aside and give you a path through as they march past.
Was not expecting that. Above table. God, that's wild.
It takes a good 15 minutes before you find yourself in the government square of the Apophytes of Othe. Othe's not a big city, 8,000 people at the height of its population,
Us now.
significantly less now. You see stockades and barricades that were hastily thrown together, and upon them are numerous impaled bodies of Blightspawn. But you also see the healers of Ray's Hall are moving throughout the town, and some of the Blightspawn that seem to be mostly intact, you see some of them are being woken up. And they seem to be speaking and moving and talking. as if they were just revived from the end.
Okay, but that's it.
Not a lot. The vast majority of the blight spawn you see have such grievous wounds that even if you were to resurrect them, their body would have issues being attacked. Things of that nature.
Can I like stop the group? Just like halt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna turn to the Dryad and Ciramon and be like, whatever you hear, if you hear anything at all, can you let Ciramon know? If anything's heard at all.
Oh, yeah. I'll scream.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Don't scream.
Oh,
I've learned that that's a bad idea. It took me a while. Just pat me on the arm. And then
I'll
you can
do
tell me.
I'll do the handshake. That was cool.
Yeah, we could do the handshake.
You can do that. And look,
Yeah.
Ciramon.
Oh,
now's not the time for
Yeah,
this.
not the time.
Not the time for this.
that's okay.
Also, she may not be the only person that reacts that way.
Right. Be prepared for more.
So-
Oh,
Be prepared for more. So,
I think while we're walking, I'll be talking with her about people like expecting those visceral reactions immediately, and just making sure that she understands that even an offensive defense would make things worse. If that makes sense, it really just needs to be a get out of the way, and we'll stop them if we can in a situation.
smart. That's
You
smart.
get the feeling she
Yeah.
understands.
Okay.
And she keeps her eyes out. She starts looking very obviously peering around as you walk into the courtyard of the Marquis' palace in Othe. It's certainly not. This is not the grand hall that you saw in Port Damali. This is a 2-story wooden structure, wooden beams in a U shape, with cobblestone stairs that lead up to a courtyard in the U with a single drooping tree of mangrove. And you see Weary Zalezo at guard post. You see the front doors are wide open, and you hear from the inside a strong woman's voice yelling, "You have to do something. You have to do something."
We head inside.
Yeah, I think I would keep going in.
I'd let Ray lead the way, considering he's a noble and all.
Okay. We both met
You're
the
one of
Marquis.
them. You're one of them.
You head inside, and you do not see the Marquis Dana Valandra of Othe. You see Sigrid, or her large wife, is wearing heavy chainmail, has a bloodied battle axe that is up against a table with a wooden depiction of Othe's 5 islets with their names scrawled in common on them. And you see there are doors that lead to a separate chamber that are closed. And there are currently 2 Zalezo guards that are holding Sigrid back as she's trying to get through those doors. And she's saying, "You have to do something. You have to do something."
And we met her at the gala, didn't we?
Yes, you met them at the gala.
So I'll just call out to her and be like,
Long ago.
"Hey Sigrid, what's going on?"
You, my wife, they won't let me see her.
What's going on with
What's
the
wrong with
Marquis?
I don't know. When I was fighting the horde, some of them got past, and you have to let me in there. And she tries to push past the Zalezo again, and they hold her back, and they say, "No, please stop. It's too late."
I'm a cleric of Bahamut. It maybe doesn't have to be too late.
Cleric, and do you have divine energy in you?
I do.
How long's it been?
Not long. Open the door.
Then let us in.
And they open. You see a cleric of Bahamut. You see a cleric of Sarenrae. You see a cleric of, what's her name? The Lawbearer. I can't remember her proper name, but you see a cleric, Arathis, the Lawbearer. And you see the large furbolg form of the cleric of the Wild Mother here. They are gathered around, and they are currently doing burial rites for Dana Avalandra, who appears to be dead.
How long has she been like this?
The large furbolg man looks at you and goes, "Man, little brother, it's good to see you, man. She's been dead for
Or
a couple hours, man."
is there anything you can do?
I mean, I have a spell for Revivify, but I don't know if it'll work on someone who's been gone for a couple hours. I can try it out, but there's no guarantee that works. My guess is that
Revivify, man. The Wild Mother told me about that too, man. Normally that's like fast, but I think with us together, hey man, let's try to work some magic, baby.
Okay. Pull out my 300 gold diamond.
Okay.
Let's get to work.
All of you start setting up the ritual space here. She's laid out on a table in her bedroom. Sigrid bursts in and is just sobbing at her side as you start setting up this ritual to revivify her. The way this will work
This is
is
so lit.
we're doing ritual revivification, so people need to bring forward something of importance to the soul, and there is a roll corresponding to what they bring, and then there is a final roll with a DC that I will raise or lower based off the successes of the previous rolls. And we're gonna
Love
change.
table is this is sick as fuck.
Yeah, this guy just got crazy.
We'll change our cute little music here.
This is so good.
The rain outside recedes in this room. You hear it pelting against the ceiling as candles are lit. Prayer books are brought out, and unanimous chanting begins with Ray as its lead, since he's the only one that has the energy right now to cast this spell.
Can I approach Siramon just while they're setting up?
Yes.
Can you get her out of here?
You don't think she needs to be nearby?
I don't think I want her nearby.
Okay. Yeah, I can take her out.
Okay.
Just watch over her.
The two of you go out into the foyer. No, it's more like an entry hall / meeting room.
Yeah.
And you stay near the map, and the Dryish kind of looks down at the map, and she goes, "Oh, that's pretty." Looking at the map of Othe. With your survival abilities, you know which of the islands is which, and you can point things out. That's where we were. That's where we are.
Gotcha.
She's fascinated.
Is there a door that I can shut? Just
Yeah, there are 2 double doors that you can
bet.
Close.
Shutting it.
Cool. There is also a very heavy wooden bar lock as well.
Lit.
Yep. Dust scatters to the floor as you slam it down into its locked position.
Own again.
Ray, the chanting, you chant for a few minutes, and you know the time has come to attempt a ritual delayed revivify. This is not how the mechanics of revivify work. You are asking, you are pleading with the Matron of Ravens to allow the rules to be bent for one person. So as the head of this ritual, you will go last.
Okay.
You will roll the final roll.
Okay.
And because this is an NPC, I will only need 2 of you here. I guess, yeah.
It would just be Galliard then,
It
because
would just be
Siramon's outside.
Galliard.
Yeah.
I will need you to think of something to offer to call the soul back that would meet a skill check, one of your proficient skills. So this is easier for someone you know, because you could, if Siramon were to pass away, you could say, Siramon, there's so much you need to do. You need to learn about your people, and you would be able to make a persuasion check to try to persuade the soul back. That kind of thing.
Okay. So that kind of offering.
Yeah.
Essentially.
So what, or would you could try to intimidate her, or
No, I'm definitely not doing that.
Bitch, get
Could-
back over here.
any.
I think I got it.
Be creative. Think of
You gonna leave
something,
your wife alone?
and Sigrid will go first as
Okay.
she moves herself around to where she's at the head of the body, and she clasps the side of her head and puts her forehead with her long Viking braids and touches the forehead of her wife. And she says, "My dear, our city needs you. So many have fallen. So much is lost. I can't do this alone. Please, come back." And she kisses the forehead. And I'll roll a persuasion check. Okay.
Like the okay.
It's up to you.
Galliard.
All right. I got a question.
Yes.
Do I know the status of Othe as far as a town or city has been? Has it been on a has it been good because of the Marquis? Do I know this by any chance, history wise? Any knowledge that I'm gonna come across?
Give me a history check.
Lit. That is a nat one. 3 total, baby.
You have no idea.
Okay. All right.
The DM is loving this, by the way. I just want to point that out.
That's wild.
Great.
All right. So the way that I would do this, can I just think about it? Like think to the matron of ravens, I guess.
You're
do you want
pleading
me to
with
say
the
it out loud?
soul. The
With the
ritual.
soul.
The ritual is the plea to the matron.
Okay. So I'm pleading to the soul to come back.
You're speaking to a Marquis of a city, a noble leader who is the head of government, whom you saw pleading for the life of her people at a party. She threw aside all noble attire, noble elegance, to basically throw herself at the feet of someone whom she knows is far more prominent and powerful than her, and begged for her people's lives. That is what you know of this woman.
Okay. Do I have to say it out loud, or can I think about it in my head? Like just plead to the soul, I guess. How does this work?
You have to say it out loud for us, but
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm
Um,
saying like character-wise. Does this gallery have to say it out loud?
you know what?
Fuck it,
I
it's
would
fine.
say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Then I would kneel down closer, and I would say, I haven't had the opportunity to get to know you, but seeing how you pleaded for your cities, civilians, innocent people's lives at Port Damali was inspirational. I wish other leaders did the same. And as someone who wishes he had died many years ago, I think your time has yet to come, when mine should have been a long time ago.
Okay. We could do a persuasion check again. So normally the way it works, it has to be a different skill every time.
Copy.
However, I
I know
will
that.
I will allow it to be a persuasion check again. The DC will just go up a little bit.
Okay. The persuasion.
Persuasion.
Somebody got me, Doug.
Just from the hallway. You
Well,
got
he's
this.
here.
That's an 18.
It's an 18.
It's an 18.
Okay. There's one more. The cleric of Arathis looks down this beautiful, elegant human woman, long blonde hair, almost perfect. Way too well kept for what was going on, honestly. These beautiful blue robes with silver on the outside, almost kind of like the color scheme of Bahamut, but Bahamut is gaudier with a platinum shinier look, whereas these are the muted metallic silvers of the world. She looks down and she says, "What you inherited was a history of a broken and destitute city. And in your short time ruling it, Arathis has smiled on you. I have seen great things from you, and though recent times, these past few months have been difficult for your people, it would be a far crueler thing for you to pass on and leave them alone." And I'm going to make that a history check. Ray. With each one of these offerings, one of the three primary candles, a larger, deeper, tallowed candle, has gone out. You know that now in the ritual would be the time to offer the diamond and make the final roll.
Dude, all the things I was thinking about are persuasion, but we already did 2 persuasions.
No, we've done the 3 parts. You are making the final roll with the DC set by the 3 rolls.
Oh, fuck.
You are going to make a religion check.
Okay. Well, good thing I'm proficient at religion.
I was about to say.
Bad thing is my intelligence score is not that high. Can I ask Bahamut to be with me and guide myself?
Yes, you are a cleric.
Okay.
That is the vibe.
Okay. So I'll mutter that. I'll mutter that under my breath as I'm holding the diamond, and then I place it on. What is the Marquis' name? Delandra?
Dana Avalandra.
Avalandra.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Marquis Avalandra.
I will place it on her chest, and
You
I'll
do,
say,
and it turns to liquid and falls into her flesh and disappears.
and I'll just say out loud, "Bahamut be with us," and then I just roll.
Just roll.
Okay. Okay. Plus my D4.
Plus your guidance.
Cry.
not the offering to Bahamut.
Thank you.
Here.
Good luck.
Oh, that's not the right thing. I'm gonna
Oh,
send
you
it
said
in the
to be
group.
official.
Yep.
Yep, put it in the group chat.
Oh,
Double
we're,
nat
don't even.
20s.
You're not going to tell us.
Put it in the group
I love
chat
it.
and then
Man, fucking.
Wait for us to.
once we
fucking-
see it, then say it out loud, please.
It's double net 20s. That will be crazy.
Dice are stacked on top of each
Wait,
other.
what do you mean
I don't even
double?
know how
I
it's
didn't-
possible. No. I'm fucking around.
I was like, I didn't have advantage.
Okay.
So that is 22.
22. So
Brother.
this ritual had 2 failures with 2 5s and 1 success with an 18. The DC was 12.
Oof.
As the smoke from the 3 burnt out candles flows into her now hanging open mouth, and she draws breath.
That was lit.
The Marquis wakes up, and Sigrid immediately smothers her in an embrace and kisses. And the Marquis goes, "What happened to me? I was in a dark place. And I heard your voice. Thank you. Thank you.
Of course.
You will be rewarded for this. I don't know what we can do."
It's not something you have to think about right now.
Right. We've defended the city. It seems to be safe now.
Thank all the gods.
The undead and the monster have been dealt with.
As well as the cult that was in Fort Ostergroth.
Cold.
It's the same cult that attacked us at Port Damali.
Yes, I heard about that, yes. Well, there's much to do. We have a city to rebuild.
Is there anyone we can speak to get a status report on the rest of the islands? Specifically the western side?
My generals, well, captains, should be making a report, right? Sigrid looks down, she says yes. They will be coming shortly.
I head to the door and unlock it again.
Cool. You see, in the midst of a heated Boulder Parchment Shears match. Yes! Yes! Eat it! That's what you
Should
say?
probably. Yeah, no, that is exactly what you said.
Yes!
I should learn a new strategy, but this one
is-
seems to work.
Is just Saruman and the Dryish. And at coming out to them, we're going to head back over to the tower real quick. Velsius. Baza. Some time goes by as you help some of those survivors in this building. When you notice that you don't see where Tombra and Milna are.
Baza, did you see where Tom?
What y'all doing?
I suppose not. Okay, DM, this is... Do I get a feel that this is a construct or a summoned space?
Give me an
Can I
Arcana
vibe?
Give me an Arcana vibe. Give me Arcana vibes.
Yeah. That's
Arcana
a
vibes.
26.
This is an permanent extra-dimensional plane that was constructed from the ground up by a crazy sexually charged gnome.
Cool. So, has anybody seen these two blood red-eyed, kind of creepy-looking thing? The mother and daughter. They look. I'm a little drunk. They look a little like each other. They were right here.
Velsius is gonna look at Baza. Archibald. I'm gonna call out for Archibald.
You feel a little tap on your ass.
I'm looking for the two that came in with us.
You see a white glove appear out of nowhere and then get put onto an invisible hand, and then it points at the front door.
Fuck, did we?
Did they leave?
And also answering Baza's call, a few of the refugees say, "I saw two, a woman and a girl go out the door."
We should have kept the Dryad. All right, I'll do we go get them? Cause this is like
We don't have a choice. We need to leave.
they're like walking big.
Bombs.
Yeah, well, you don't say the B word after an event like this. No?
Shit. I'm gonna drop my voice at that point, but like, we should go. We should go find them.
Do you know any authorities who could? I mean, we could put out like a red eye alert, or like.
I don't know what that is.
The
But-
dwarven man with a bandage over half his face goes, "What are you talking about?
They are.
No, they just left."
Let's go, and we're gonna make to run.
You guys sprint outside. Give me a perception check.
How much did Baza drink?
Baza, if you just said you're drunk, so that's with disadvantage.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. I drank until I could feel it.
Oh, yeah, that's with disadvantage.
I got a 15.
Okay. Well, the
15?
first one was an 18, but the second one was a 1. So let's just say
Cool.
I didn't.
The Baza, you
Whatever that math is.
you turn right and you look into the ruins of Othe and you just start going. Looking around. Velsius, you get a feeling in the pit of your stomach. So you look left and you look towards the North Bank shores. That would lead to the Quiet Marsh. And you see on the opposite shoreline, moving at an otherworldly speed, you watch the two of them sprint into the forest.
Knowing the direction of the Quiet Marsh, is that the correct way?
Yes.
They're heading towards Mr. Murrow. Looking back, we need to make a decision now, and then I'm gonna spin to talk to Baza, who's plastering drunk.
I just caught a little buzz. I just drank, took like 3 shots real quick. I'm all steady out. Let's go.
This is okay. How far away from the tower are we?
No,
How far away from the?
You're directly
tower?
outside the tower.
Perfect. I need a parchment and quill. Talking
Yeah.
about. And
I'll,
I'm gonna take it from you and scribble down a note to Ruddy.
Okay. What do you write down?
I'm gonna say, gone after Tombra and Milna Murrow. They're heading towards the Quiet Marsh.
Okay.
With love, Velsius.
so wow.
You see the gloved hand takes it and walks inside, and the door closes.
Wait, why don't we? How fast did they move? Like
The guy
twice
the
our
guy-
speed.
The guy said they just left, and you see they're on an opposite shoreline of a very large swamp lake, which Velsius would
Doesn't make
remember
sense.
took a good 30 minutes to cross via raft.
It doesn't make sense. They were moving at a speed that's beyond what I've ever seen.
I'm
Faster
not-
than Serum.
I'm not trying to be irresponsible here. Why don't we just take a beat? We're not catching them. They're too fucking fast. We could maybe hand deliver that note. Maybe see if cooler heads. Go talk to Ruddy. He might have a broomstick or some shit that we could go after him. Go to the Marrow hold. They're like,
Fuck.
I don't know, man. I just I don't know. It's
Not him drunk,
Fine,
bro.
fine,
That's
fine,
crazy.
fine. You're right.
It's so good.
Let's talk to fucking Ruddy.
I just can't. I'm gassed.
You can't drive the broomstick. That's all I have to say.
I have vehicle proficiency. No, I'm just joking. I'm going after Mr.
gonna-
Drunkest Driver.
I'm gonna turn back and open the door to the tower, and I'm gonna listen for. I'm assuming Ruddy's reading my letter.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. That's a nat 1.
Okay, wonderful. It takes you a good... It takes you 18 minutes to wander through until you find one of the 3 doorways that are ever changing opens, and you see full naked splayed out on his bed, reading a little note and going is Ruddy Pete in his bedroom.
So, Ruddy.
He covers.
No,
mean,
That's proportionate.
It's fine, you can look. He flings it up.
It's not proportionate.
How do you walk a? I don't know. We need to get to a quiet marsh, and we need to get there rather quickly.
Well, I know. I just read your note. You said with love.
I did.
Yeah, I've got something. I can't cast it, but we can. Well, I guess we can read it.
What is it?
It's interesting.
This is penis. Stop.
No. It's not that shriveled. Come on. He leads you to a side room, and he opens a cupboard, and inside are numerous spell scrolls. And he goes, no. Summon flame. No. Celestial guard. No. Planeswalk. Nope. Ah! Windwalk. Here we go. So I could turn you into little farts. You can move very fast.
Buckets. Are they gonna... They're just looking for somebody? Are we gonna have to fight them?
I don't know. At this point, I'm assuming she's going to her husband. I have a bad feeling about this.
Is he dead?
Oh shit, she might fucking eat him or something.
I know, she's like a plant lady now. I don't know what they eat.
Oh.
Yes. Fuck.
Hey, Peter.
Huh? Did
you meet our bugs?
What?
Did you meet our bugs?
Oh, is that what those guys are?
Yeah, what, are they
Yeah,
here?
I saw them when I was flying around with the fucking big thing.
Yeah, it's a big two cool guys and a slither guy.
They were cool.
Big...
They were covered in goo.
No, that's like the thing, I think.
Oh.
Where'd you see him?
Oh. Yeah, no, they were by what's left of the Reeksy Inn. Not a lot there. That shit got fucking destroyed. Pickard'll be so sad.
That was the drunk guy.
Do I get the sense that it would be faster to move via worm or via gas cloud?
He goes, with this spell, you can move 300 feet around.
With an arachno crawler.
Yeah. I think it'd be faster. The only downside is when you focus really hard on not being a fart, you're kind of unable to move for like a minute. But then you can move like normal. And then you can focus really hard and become a fart again if you want.
It's not a one-way trip, no?
For 8 hours.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh shit! Okay, let's do the.
You turn into farts.
Yeah. Before you do that, because I imagine it's gonna be tough to talk. Vestus, you go ahead.
Huh?
Could you tell our people that we went to where we're going?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
In the message,
I've never
tell
seen
them
this.
I sent you. I don't want to know. Tell Galliard I sent him a gift as well.
You didn't get me a fucking.
Okay.
Yeah, Gal.
Okay.
He'll figure it out.
He starts a fire in his hands, and he takes some holy water that he has in a little thimble. And he pours them together, and they become an a flash burn of steam as he mutters arcane words, and then he blows it on the both of you, and you turn into clouds. Small, people-sized clouds. You're hovering above the ground. You move back and forth with great speed. You quickly move across the entirety of this room. While you are these
Spinning.
clouds, you cannot speak. You can see. You have a flying speed of 300,
Fucking nuts.
and you're resistant to damage from non-magical weapons. The only actions you can
Okay.
take in this form are dash, so you could go 600 feet around. Or revert, which means you focus for a minute and you become a people again, but you're incapacitated for a minute.
Oh, shit.
And vice versa, you can turn into a fart again. And this will be active for 8 hours.
Okay.
Can I
Um,
get a feel of what your hand feels like? Can
You're
I-
gonna reach to hold my hand.
yeah.
Your hands strangely pass through each other, like when you're in a really high humidity area and you can just feel it when you move your hand through. That's what it feels like. Oh, kind of like holding your hand over a diffuser. It's like that.
Oh.
Love
Yep.
it.
I'm just pointing
I'm-
at you, Velsies.
I'm gonna make a movement to like I'm in a fog, right? It's like gonna run in place, and then try to beckon.
I start Scooby Dooing behind you.
Yeah, the two of you rush through the chamber
Just go.
at insane speed. And Velsius goes, ah! Oh, it smelled. Okay, bye. As the two of you leave. You rush through the door. It opens at the last minute as Archibald swings it open. And you rush out and you are airborne above the ruins of Othe. And you're two little clouds. And you can move 600 feet around.
I'm gonna burn all my movement and go towards the direction I know the Quiet Marshal over
Okay.
the water.
Okay. And Baza, you're following? Cool. Give me perception checks.
Ooh. I got a 5.
5.
True to form. True to form, Velsies.
Nice.
Incredible.
Nice.
Hold up. Was that still a disadvantage, I'm assuming?
Mhm.
I got a 7 at the. Yeah. So, yeah. Fine.
You're a drunk cloud. So one of the clouds seems to occasionally like drift left and right with the wind a bit before recorrecting.
Spicy cloud.
Cool. You move through. You only see the basics of the area. A lot of the air is still full of smoke. If you had lungs, your lungs would be on fire where you're at right now. But you do see large groups of Zalezo and citizens are putting fires out throughout the city of Othe. And you also see there are people with carriages and they are doing body collection. As you flip over the area quickly, you see the Quiet March rapidly approaching as you cross across the lake. And you see 4 figures are... Well, nope, 5. You see 5 figures are in front of the door. 2 of them... Well, with a 5, you don't actually recognize who any of them are.
1, 2.
I'm getting way closer.
Yeah?
Getting irresponsibly
Yeah?
closer.
Irresponsibly
Yeah.
close?
Like directly over him.
Oh, directly over him?
Like until I get as close as until like I don't have to roll. I don't
So
need to
the-
squint my
okay.
eyes anymore. You know what I'm saying?
So these 5 figures watch a hot cloud of
Sorry, Celsius.
steam blast in at the speed of fucking sound and then stop directly above them and then hover slightly down until it's just about 30, 40 feet above them. And you see them all looking up, except for the one who is a dead child in the hands of her father. The other 2 are the 2 missing Blightborn. And then you see one draped in perfectly deep black robes. her face behind a pale, visageless mask. As they all look up at the cloud.
I'm gonna be coming in after Baza. Wait, I'm assuming I'm following you at this point. Did you want
You guys can move at the exact same speed. He's just being obvious about it.
I just wouldn't think that they were enemies because they were buddies. There's no reason for me to not.
Without slow, like I want to slow my speed to like I don't know, like 100 feet.
Yeah, you have full control over it. Yeah.
Cool. So I want to slow my speed to like 100 feet, and I want to try thanking. Become a person, and I want to be like moving towards them.
Oh no, you have to be still to do that.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And if you do that in the air, you will fall. So you have to.
That's what I was going
yeah,
for.
yeah.
Well, it's gonna be funny. I'm gonna beckon to my cloud friend. Settle down.
I have enough time.
Settle down next to. Can't remember her name. Above table. What's
Tombra?
Not Tombra. What's the quiet one?
Oh,
one of the sisters.
This is just one of the sisters. Yep.
Thank you. One of the sisters. So I'm gonna settle down next to one of the sisters, and I want to think about being a person and fall unconscious next to
Cool.
her.
They awkwardly look at you and then continue their conversation. As over the next minute, you guys will eventually revert back into people. But for a brief moment, you hear Tombra is down, cradling her daughter's head alongside with her husband's hands as well. And she says, "I'm so sorry, little one. I'm so sorry we couldn't save you." And Milna is just crying and is actually wrapped around the sister's legs. And if the sister could wince in pain, she would be.
Strength.
Mr. Murrow says, What will we do now? Now that you're back? I don't think we can stay here. I don't know what happened to you." And he puts a hand on her face and kind of tries to wipe away some of the veins under the skin that are still pulsing. It's around now that you turn into people.
I just elbow Velsius.
Tombra, Milna. And then I'm seeing the daughter for the first time, the dead one.
Yeah, so you're looking at Roland, Tombra, and Milna. And currently, they're holding the body of Thessia.
How long has Thessia been gone?
You see Thessia is in pieces. Part of her limbs are gone. And you see Roland, and you see Roland is covered in blood. And he says, I'm sorry she got out. She got out and I didn't want her to hurt anyone.
I'm going to put my hand on Roland's shoulder. And I'm going to tell him, you did what she wouldn't have wanted to hurt anybody. You did what you had to do. Tombra and Milton and your other daughter, they need you.
He lets go of the body and Tombra takes it. And as Tombra leans down to kiss the body's forehead, you watch as the body of her daughter begins to dissolve into a meat slurry. and soak into Tombra's flesh. And you hear as Tombra goes, "No, no, no, no!" as her daughter is absorbed. And Tombra looks at you and she says, "What are we? What are we?"
Please. Please. Running away, seeing your family, all of the natural things that you are compelled to do, the grief and panic and fear, I get it. I was perhaps in a similar situation once, and I did the same. But it's not going to get better for a while, and you can only make better and calmer choices. I didn't mean to snoop. You were talking about getting out of here, and that's an option. Maybe that's for the best.
What you
But-
are shouldn't matter as long as you're still here.
But it
Are
does
you-
matter, Velsies.
Make a persuasion check. Baza. You're still drunk.
It was
Not a
extra
16.
charismatic.
Not a 16. In fact, it is a 9.
She grabs Roland by the chest and throws him over her shoulder effortlessly. And then she takes Milna's hand and she looks you dead in the eyes, Vilcius, and she says, "I know you'll want to follow us. Don't." And she turns and starts running.
I mean, we've got some fart juice left in us. You trying to go have a conversation? I don't know how much you care about these people.
And then it would just be above table. It's me, Baza, and the sister
Yes,
right now.
that are left. And you saw the sister moved out of the way.
To let them go.
He's the other Blightborn?
No, so the sister, we're talking about a sister of the Temple of the Matron of Ravens
Got it.
with the porcelain mask. They don't speak. There's only one person here that would speak, and she is currently in Vasselheim. So,
Sister, if they come back, you send word to us and offer them a safe haven, please. Can you inform Bloodtaker Morna of what has just transpired here?
she nods.
I think we should just let them go. I think you're right.
They can't hide. Super good. I mean, they look terrible. They'd have to go far, far to not be associated with this. This is kind of fucked. I don't know them, and I will do what you think is best here.
Yeah, we have more pressing matters to attend to. And then giving the message to the sister, I'm gonna say, let's go back to Ruddy Pete's. I'm gonna go back to a gaseous cloud.
Okay. You focus for a minute, and you return. And I think that's where we're going to take our break. back in. I would say before we transition to the morning of the 8th, where are you guys staying for the night? Would you stay in Ruddy Pete's Tower, or would you like to stay in the Sailor Breaker Tavern and Brewery?
I'd stay in the tower.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I'd probably take the Dryad back to Ruddy Pete.
Yeah,
I want to talk with Ruddy Pete about it.
Okay.
Because the other homies are at the tower. We probably go to the tower.
Yeah.
Well,
And we need
I
to
would
ask
say-
them how the fuck they lost people.
I would say on the way, the group that were at the Apophetes, as you're returning towards the Roadwashes after the Marquis starts trying to take over the operation again, there is a rumbling at your feet, and then and piercing through is an arachno crawler, and then it goes back into the earth and leaves. But out of the hole in the ground, Kufa and Betrus come out, caked in blood and viscera. They come out and they go, Galliard.
Yes.
We slew many. Our crawler has eaten it, Phil. What are your orders?
This is Kufa.
Well, Kutha, we have a lot to take care of here in Othe. I would honestly help out where you can for a few days. You know, if anybody needs help, I'll talk to the Zalezo. Well, we already let the Zalezo know, which is like,
Yeah, no,
Backstory, I
there
guess.
are some Zalezo nearby that just watch this crawler like sandworm and then go back and then and their weapons are out. They've got scimitars out and they're like, is everything all right?
we'll let the Zalezo know that this crawler and you two are friendly and are willing to help wherever you can, and then maybe we can reconvene in a few days after things have calmed down a bit and go from there.
Another question. Where do you want this door?
Can you hold on to it for now? I would want it in Port Damali, I think, right? And I look back at the guys. I mean, I think like we're in Port Damali more than ever. So if you want to just keep the door hunkered down a little bit longer, I don't think he minds the company with you two.
But it said it liked the warm.
It liked the warm.
Inside the crawler.
A huge dragonborn woman starts bounding it towards you from the distance.
So stupid.
As Kufa and Betrus both drop their spears down and face towards her as she runs forward.
Galliard! How you doing, hot stuff? I'm glad to see you alive.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that you're still alive.
I did a little better than last time.
Oh,
And she pulls like an ear out from one of her scales and
Oh, sorry, that's not too hot. Unless you're into it.
what's your name again?
Merilier.
Listen, what was I gonna say? I stumbled.
I have that effect.
her tail whips back and forth excitedly.
I appreciate you coming to find me. It's just with the Bloodeye Blight and everything. Don't listen. We got a lot of stuff to take care of, and unfortunately, talking to you is not on my list. Maybe we can all grab drinks sometime soon.
I like that.
Bring your was he dwarven?
Oh, no, he's a human.
Bring the human you were with last time. The guy whose boat fell
Pickard.
apart in the middle of the
All right.
lake.
I'll bring him. I'll drag him along. Well, I have the 10th. Something like that.
The 10th?
It's gonna take a while.
The tent works. The tent works. I'll,
Gonna take
I'll
a while to
gather,
fix this shit heap.
I'll gather some friends and Because of your help, drinks will be on us.
In the meantime, and she looks at the two Arachnil. Who are your friends?
This is Kutha and Beatrix?
Kufa and Beatrice. Hi. And they look at you with worry as we move to the next day.
Wait,
Okay,
so
thank you.
Koopa, before Koopa and Beatrice leave, I want to give them my staff and the tooth thing
Mhm.
and ask if that can be made into something and brought back to me.
Beatrice takes it and is looking at Marilier, who's like inching closer, going, "Hey, hi, hey." And he goes, "I will see what I can do."
That would be great, thank you. And whatever I can offer in return, just let me know. Actually, I have this longsword, this +1 longsword set in universe.
+1.
That yeah.
he goes,
You can keep that. I don't need it.
Oh, do you guys have somewhere to stay?
he points at the hole in the ground.
Have you two ever slept on beds?
Kufa now goes, "If by bed you mean birthing sack?"
Definitely don't mean that. On the next island over, westbound, is a tavern. Mildred is her name? Was it the...
Mhm.
Yeah. If you let Mildred know that Galliard and the Echoes of the Broken Chain sent you over, they'll set you up with the room on us. And just tell her to add it to the tab.
Okay.
And you two can enjoy the warmth of above ground for the night. I'm sure you two deserve it.
Interesting. We will try. Come, Beatrice. Let us find out what the tavern is. As he walks away, Gil, the morning of the 8th of Brasindar is met with rainfall. All of the fires have been put out, and you all are waking up in various odd guest rooms within Ruddy Pete's tower. They each have a different make, design, size. Baza, you somehow ended up in a room that was clearly designed for a halfling and just found a way to try to get comfortable. Velsius, you are in this palatial suite, silk sheets, and there is a full-sized replica mannequin of Ruddy Pete that hangs over the bed looking down at you.
Am I waking up? Am I groggy? Have I been drugged?
I mean, no, you're not. No, you're fine. You don't sleep.
No, that's right. You just stared at it for 8 hours.
I'm going to be
What do you think?
I'm gonna put my hand down, and then I'm gonna realize that my hand is resting on Ruddy's head. He's in my.
What do you think about it?
Was it made to look like me?
No, nope. That looks like me. Hmm.
So what?
He
What
kind of
happened?
he kind of snuggles in.
You're cold.
So what happened, Ruddy? When we split ways, when we parted?
What do you mean? What time? Which one?
Before you got knocked out. How'd the
Oh.
fight go?
Oh, that fucking sucked. Yeah, that creature was roughly CR 27, something like that. And I'm only level 20, chronomancy, D6 hit die, so not too much health.
Oh, fuck.
It was rough.
How many
Do you always
death
wear
saves
your
do you-
armor when you lay in a bed?
I don't do a lot of laying in beds. This is nice. This is nice.
Also, your armor smells. It smells bad. You need a wash.
Could you get maybe Archibald to draw me a...
Oh, no, he's been doing that. Look down.
You see your boots are currently being scrubbed.
What? I think it's... How did I don't remember... Like, at this point, I'm going to recognize that I don't remember getting into his bed.
This is not my bed. This is yours. This is your guest room. I made it for you. You're welcome.
Oh,
Yeah, I just came in here to
it's-
wake you up, but I
it's
thought I'd
lovely.
catch a little cuddle.
It's
The others are
I was
already...
meditating.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You don't sleep because of the whole... Look, the others are downstairs. They're making food.
Right. Are you going to join us?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll limp down there.
I'm going to move to pick Ruddy up. You're getting sympathy points right now because of the whole...
Thank you.
campy leg.
Thank you.
You guys go down. A door opens, and you see the great hall foyer that you saw yesterday has about halved in size as people have left throughout the night and morning to try to find what remains of their homes and their lives. You see a lot of pots and pans. It's kind of like a continental breakfast, cooking itself and serving people.
That's cool.
And as you enter, you see all of your friends are at a table set aside for them that appeared in the middle of the night with chairs that seem to perfectly fit the shape, size, and volume of each of their asses, just perfectly, around this table.
Herman is crying and eating.
Does anyone else feel like these chairs are oddly shaped to fit us perfectly?
The dryad
has to be
is like, mine's
Brody's
comfortable.
magic.
That's why I'm so happy. I never get this.
What's
Shoveling
is,
eggs.
She's like wiping your tears away.
Is Mikael nearby anywhere?
No, you haven't seen Mikael.
Look, I've tried to get them out of your house, Ruddy. Like, it's...
Huh? My house?
Yeah, I'm trying
Oh,
to
that's
get
a
them out of your...
fucking mess, isn't it?
I might be able to help cleaning up.
Oh, no.
I don't think
No,
that's what he means.
I mean the design. I was on some crazy shit, man, when I came up with this place.
What if you did crazy shit again to fix it?
Oh, that's what an idea. I'm gonna write Archibald. Write that down.
You see
No,
a pen and
sit.
paper.
Sarah, Mom, don't tell him to do the crazy shit. That's just...
No, do.
Well, I mean, it
yes,
got-
do. Yep.
They got you into this mess. It might be able to get you out. I don't know.
Oh,
You know, two crazies equal insane.
I'm gonna
They do say
That's
that.
not right.
I'm gonna set Ruddy down on the table. I'm gonna move to the opposite side next to Sarah.
He says,
Well, I have a lot of work to do. I need to find Mikael. Last I saw him, he was bouncing around the city, finding refugees and bringing them back, and I haven't seen him since. So,
Wait, before you leave,
yes.
can you do us a favor?
Uh-huh.
Can you fix the bag of holding for us?
Oh,
But most importantly, I think we would all agree that you and Mikael can use the demon as a battery, so to speak.
oh, what the fuck, Galliard? That's some crazy shit you just said. How did you know about that room? I'll be back.
and he whoop, hops off and scurries off away.
On a demon battery in a bed.
It's a long story. Listen,
Okay.
first thing first.
I got it.
I can't call you the Dryad. So, what are we calling her?
What's
Yeah,
If
you
anybody
should
should...
name.
what's my name?
Is there an opposite of Dryad?
Rockman?
Rockman?
I'm just
What?
no idea is a bad
Wet
idea. off the top,
subtract?
you know?
Subtract.
Mm.
No, wet subtract.
I I think
Dry
that's a little
ad.
literal.
Oh, dry. Oh.
Ah.
What's a dry?
A dryad. Ashen
don't
leaf
like
was her
these.
last name.
Is there anything you want to be called?
Yeah,
Anything that's calls to you? Listen to the plants, the trees.
Yeah, do they call you anything?
No, they don't have names. Well, some of them do. But those
Who
names are
does?
given. Oh, the tree
Is there one that-
outside.
What's the name of the tree outside?
Gnarl ass.
Yeah, probably not deeper. We don't need to look.
Not gonna, yeah. About to ask for spelling. Took me a second.
Is it ASS?
Yeah.
I don't think ass is a good name.
Tiramon, you encounter a lot of monks throughout your time. Is there anyone that sticks out to you the most that kind of fits her, not necessarily image, but her overall vibe?
Well, I mean, you remind me a bit of my mentor, but her name was Zeph. But I don't know if you like that name or not, you know?
Zeph. That might be confusing for notes.
Yeah, he's,
Yeah, my journal can't take the same name twice. You're right.
I'm not George R. R. Martin.
I mean,
damn it, that's funny.
How do you feel about Rose?
Oh.
It's not an old lady, Ciramon.
Oh.
Well,
It's been 800 years.
It's not
go
so bad.
simple with Leaf or
Can I do a history check on plants? What's
I was about to say she
Oh shoot.
druid crafts a tulip, and she goes, "What's this called?"
that's a tulip.
A little on the nose.
Oh,
Is that
Is
your
favorite one?
favorite?
I like them.
I like it. Let's do it.
do
You
you,
okay being called Tulip?
do you like it?
Tulip. Tulip.
Yeah. Tulip.
All right.
Welcome aboard, Tulip.
Okay.
Tulip now, since Rose got shot down so quickly.
And you shall now be known as Tulip.
I'm a little shit-faced. Tulip.
It's spelled dryish, so that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm glad that it's not sticking. I don't want to be responsible for that.
So, do you
Yeah.
want to catch us up? I mean, we spoke about it briefly yesterday when we got to the tower, but we were all pretty beat. What happened to the mother-daughter combo?
Tombra and Milna.
Yeah, where'd they go? Yeah.
They went away towards the Quiet Marsh. I'm gonna look to Baza.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
I'm fairly sure they went to a blood taker Morna towards Vasselheim.
Do I believe him?
Did you?
yeah, facts. The way he said that, I'm fucking.
Make insight checks. Velsius, roll persuasion or deception. Don't tell us.
Yeah.
Although,
Insight?
well, actually, we know, but yeah, insight. Yeah.
Sick.
Let me see.
Oh.
Yeah, I got pretty high. Also, my saving throws are crazy high.
Okay,
right now.
I got it.
Do all of your saving throws
Oh.
increase?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
all went up +4 on all saves.
Oh, nice.
He's
And then-
affected by his own aura.
Bro, my charisma
Yeah.
saves
Oh,
at
true.
11 plus
Oh, yeah,
11.
you're in your own aura.
Damn.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Does that count?
that's
that
true.
was sick. Shit, I
Fucking
forgot
wild.
about
Paladins,
level 6.
bro.
So throw that shit at me, dog.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Ryan.
crazy.
I got a
Unless
22.
stated otherwise, I'm within 30 feet of Galleon.
Yeah.
Yes,
I-
100%. Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm
also
saying?
Velsius,
Got a
what'd you roll?
22.
I rolled a 21. Sorry, 22.
We all three rolled 22.
All three
All
of you
three?
rolled 22.
Yeah, I rolled a 15
Yikes.
plus 7.
I rolled a 17 plus.
I got 16 plus 6.
I didn't check. I trust him.
Okay. the +7 means that Ray would see through it.
Okay.
That's how we'll do
Damn, the
it.
+7 is wild on that.
I'm proficient, and it would have already been a +4 with my wisdom.
What I know that Ray knows that I'm full of bullshit.
Yeah,
Yes.
you want to insight me?
Yeah,
Can I
100%.
insight check his insight?
No, you just know he caught you.
I'm gonna look at Ray. I'm just gonna nod my head. I'm just gonna and then yeah, it was quite a time. Baza was drinking and we were. Did you know you can become a cloud?
A cloud.
A cloud.
Seems like they wanted to mourn their family. Bit of privacy.
Did you two at least get a sense of where they're going? I mean, Vasselheim is on another continent.
It was for
They-
the sisters to figure.
They can move pretty quick. Wouldn't put it past them to be able to get there
Across an ocean.
immediately. Yep. And I don't mean that sarcastically. They moved faster than Ceramon on speed.
What speed?
It's a spell. It's a 3rd level spell. It
I,
allows you to...
I hold up my box of Sood, and I go, this? Is this speed?
No.
Okay.
Wait,
I put
so
it back away.
Are you telling me I can go faster than I already can now?
Yeah.
There's something that can make me do that?
I've never
Yeah,
seen
tonight-
that before. Should I try that, Ray?
No.
What is it?
I would
We
love to
found-
go faster, but
we
this might
found
be
it.
a topic for later.
That's worth a
too.
little penny, you know?
Wait, so they were actually running faster than I can?
Yeah, by like a
Oh,
lot.
they were incredibly fast.
So not only are they stronger than most, right? But it took 3 arachno crawlers to take one down.
I think it
according
was
to the
4.
giants. No, it's 4. That's even worse.
When it took
And they run
us,
fast,
all of us to fight
and
one.
they run fast as shit.
Yeah.
And you two,
And they don't look
decided to just
human.
let them go and
Well,
mourn.
Let them
To say let them go
We never
when
let
you're
them go.
I don't know if you're stronger than 4 arachno crawlers, but you know, I was sitting there with a few broken ribs and they seemed to be cool. You knew them, you decided to save them. So a mother had just lost her family, a daughter had just lost her sister. They just seemed
Broken.
scared and sad, and honestly, there wasn't much we could do.
There was no catching them, and Baza was,
There was no catching them, but you
looking at
legitimately
Baza.
just.
looking
Well,
at Baza. I'm gonna say he was
We
hurt.
Yeah,
We-
that's, you know, that's fine.
we've already learned that even I'll point to Tulip and say, like, you know, people can have a resurgence, right? You sometimes have to place your trust in them. Celsius, did you trust that they won't abuse this power that they now have, even if they're still learning about it,
They're good
or at least
people.
maliciously?
They are good people. They're family people.
They were good people before they got this power.
I can't hear them in here.
That was
And-
my next question.
Wait, sorry, Tulip, what?
I'm Tulip.
Yeah. You said you couldn't hear them?
I can't hear them in here.
Well, we're in a different dimension right now.
What does that mean?
It means
Different world.
it means your
Unconnected.
rock
Is
parchment.
every house a
It's
dimension?
No.
No,
This
in
one's
this
cool
house,
as
yes.
Oh.
That's a good question.
You can talk amongst yourselves if you'd like. We can go check outside. Tulip, if you'd
Oh,
like.
yes.
Come
Yeah,
Yes.
let's.
She
As we're
prances
walking, I'm
off.
gonna try and explain dimensions, and I don't understand it.
gonna try to explain dimensions.
Can Ceramon,
So,
can we roll?
Make
for
an
this?
intelligence
think
check.
of- Oh yes. Oh yeah. Let's see if I actually know.
I'm not
Wait.
going to hell.
Celsius? Celsius is
An
gonna list.
18.
An 18.
18?
Can I
Is
roll
that-
to understand
is
it
that
with
total?
my intelligence?
Yeah, that's total. I rolled a 19 minus 1.
Oh, okay.
18.
Oh wow.
I would say with an 18 to the most rudimentary of explanations, elementary school, you get it.
I got it. So dimensions, as far as I can understand from my teachings in the monastery, think of worlds like houses.
Huh?
So when you go into a different house,
Huh?
it's a different place, and you're not connected to the first house anymore,
Huh?
right? Yeah. So we walked into this house, and we went into a different dimension house. Does that make sense?
Well, we just said that not all houses are different dimensions.
Yeah, but this house is.
This
Yep.
one, yes, because it's
The
connected
door
to
Opens.
arcane magic.
Ray, you're confusing her.
Okay. Yeah.
I stay inside, by the way. I'm not going with
Yeah.
them outside.
Yeah, why are we going outside?
She goes
To
outside
see if she can
and she
feel them.
goes,
Reach far.
"They're that way." She points north.
Is that the way to Vasselheim?
Nope.
Nope. I just look at Velsius.
No ships
That's-
and ports and
Do
stuff.
you have a way of knowing exactly how far they are, or just a direction that you're pulled towards?
I hear them. They're far.
Or
Can you tell how far?
She looks over at the curdling darkness of Beekeeper Peak. And for the first time, you notice something's off. The veil, the thin veil of green that showed you the facades of those whom you may have slain or known to have died, now expands around the entirety of the dark circle. And she goes, I hear that too. She runs
But
inside.
okay, so that's not a good sign, right? Like that was.
Nope, that means that's probably our next destination when we have the chance to go there.
Yeah, the big temple that magic had set up.
Yeah.
That's out there floating around now, and it looked like on our way out, I don't know if you looked behind us, it got up there and started doing stuff.
Yep, right where the ring and a void of darkness was sitting. The green
Yeah.
ring that was floating above Beekeeper.
Ceramon, you did a wonderful job with the breakdown of dimensions. Do you think you could do one of those with like the chain ring, big, ugly fuck off mist? You know, I just want to. That's weird. I didn't want to put any pressure. It's the first day I'd met y'all, but I'd like to know what's up with that.
Well,
And you
before we
seem
get into
different.
that, we need to know if we're even going to be continuing on with you. We barely know you. We met you yesterday.
I mean, I trust you fully and completely. That's not a problem.
Nah,
But
you-
I want to know.
It's
Thank
never going to be a problem for him. He trusts everybody completely.
Until it is. Until it is. But do you have a goal? Do you have things that you need to be doing?
As we're walking back
Went up at-
inside towards Galliard, we're talking about this.
Yeah, shit, sorry. I'll wait until I...
I low-key thought you were with us. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I stayed inside.
That's right.
No,
you
I
said.
stayed inside too. That's fine. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the two of you watch Tulip come in crying, and then she hides in a corner.
I would approach her, damn. And I would just ask her, you okay?
I heard. It sounded like me.
Oh fuck.
Was screaming.
It was screaming?
Yeah.
Did it say anything of importance?
No, just pain.
Can you hear it anymore?
No. No.
That's good.
Focus
It's
on.
coming from outside, so just stay inside and you won't have to hear it.
Ruddy Pete comes up and snaps, and Archibald puts a little blanket over her. And he says,
I'll take her to her room.
Yeah.
Come
That
on,
would've been-
come on. Tulip, was it? She goes, yeah, Tulip. What a name. What a beautiful name. And he walks her off as the others step in.
What did you? She heard herself speak through the green mist.
Herself, or what we're
Herself.
considering the dryad?
The dryad.
That doesn't bode well.
No, and it's something we should keep her far away from if we don't want to
You
have
think-
to kill her.
We
I
should.
think, no, I
You,
think we need to
you
keep
think her
here.
soul is in the chain? Floating above?
That'd
the
be a
mountain.
good assumption based off of what we were just
It
told.
came from. It came from.
Well-
her,
Just
right?
looking at Ryan's face.
Let
I mean,
me-
fuck you, dude.
So I asked
I'm sorry, I
this-
can't hide it.
Maybe
I
she
asked
is the
this,
trick.
with souls though, is it? Do you
We're-
not need a soul to function? How is she an individual without one?
Might be a question for Ruddy.
Well, you
Because
Peter.
or can you? Do souls get created anew in situations like this? Like, does
You explained the dimension thing so well. Could you explain the soul thing too?
I don't know the soul thing. That's the issue.
Well, your guys' whole argument to Galliard and I of not ending her life is that she is not the dryad.
Yeah.
So that would mean
Well,
that
The fact she
just
heard
a
the
husk.
dryad is evidence of that.
well, what I'm
If
saying
she's just
is-
a husk,
yeah.
like Baza said, then that means that her soul is somewhere, based on her notes.
And
And if she's hearing the dryad speak in pain, is what she said, coming from the green mist, then it's safe to assume that maybe her soul is either at the temple or is the chain itself. Now, I assume that her soul would come immediately to where it was, or where the husk is. But considering the fact that the dryad probably didn't think she was gonna get slain, the fail-safe is a lot different than her changing bodies into a younger one.
Or maybe it just took longer.
That could also be a thing.
She didn't have the time to
But-
prepare, maybe.
But she also can't hear the chain or the mist in here. So keeping her in here seems to be
The
a
move.
safe bet.
I agree.
Disconnected.
we're
I
just gonna
agree
keep
with you,
dumping
Cal.
our problems onto Ruddy. First Mikael and Talion, and now Tulip.
To be fair,
If you have
we're
a
only
better
She's just an
idea-
NPC.
well, we're only giving them to Ruddy once they're safe.
That's right.
We didn't give him the bagman
As
was
the
given
back-
to him once Mikael was agreed to be a part of it, and the same with Tulip. It's not that we're giving him the dryad and saying,
Oh,
Keep it
and
away
our
from
demon.
everything.
Don't forget about the demon. So
okay, the demon,
so
the
like-
demon is a little different.
Well,
Some of the-
again, before
some,
we explain
some
it
of
to you.
the some of
I
the
know, I know.
refugees that are still in here go, demon, what are they talking about? And you see some
No,
people
everything's
start
fine,
like
everything's
getting
fine.
up and leave.
we need to
How
go
many people in
outside.
here?
Let's go outside. Let's go outside.
met
I think
No,
a
we don't need to go
different
outside.
room. We'll just go to a different
Or,
room.
yeah, just I'm saying away from people so that we can.
I'm gonna
have a
say it loudly.
conversation.
Anybody who's not a part of this group and a part of this conversation needs to leave. Go
Huh?
outside. Just give us an hour.
I'm gonna stand
you-
up and
are-
I'm gonna back him up and say
are you-
now.
Are you being intimidating or persuading?
I'm
I mean,
intimidating.
I think I'm intimidating.
Okay,
It's just
I'm-
more of a like, get out of here. Like, what are you guys doing here?
roll intimidation with advantage.
Walking into a FEMA camp. Get out! I need the tent.
Your house got hit
That
by a
is-
tornado. Well, fuck you then. Get out of here.
That's a 21.
21. Yeah.
Just because
No
of the advantage.
insurance for you guys.
21. A very large amount of people that are near you do get up and leave. And then there are some groups that stay behind, but they're at the farther ends of the. And there are people you see that are a little too hurt to be able to move. But you would say a lot of the people that are capable of leaving do leave.
Listen, how about we keep it down a little bit?
Okay.
We don't need to be scaring the town folk.
Sure, he's got. Come to my super small bedroom. It's like small and compact, and we could probably.
I mean, I don't know about you, but Sirman and I were enjoying the comfort of these chairs.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I kind of don't want to leave this chair.
So yeah, the ass. Okay.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
just
is
let-
I
I'll
feel
lean
like
in.
Archibald
nice-
must have been like caressing us to get these measurements just right.
you never get a seat for a Loxodon.
That fits your butt perfectly. I mean, I'm even wearing my armor and it fits perfectly. This is weird.
Yeah, this is.
Have you guys felt something grabbing your ass too? Has that just been me?
I didn't feel it, but that's what I'm saying. Is it must have been. How else did he get our
All I
measurements?
know, if there was something touching my ass without my consent, it's gonna have a problem. I look back. No.
Two white gloves recede back.
Right.
Okay, so obviously the chain is a big obstacle that we need to get.
Hold on. Before we even move forward, we don't even know if Boz is joining us. Why go into such detail if we don't know if this person's going to continue?
You going back to the mountain?
There's a lot we have to do.
I mean,
the mountain is definitely a priority.
Yeah. Look. I don't come without 0 baggage either. Just to let you know, I need to keep moving pretty consistently. And as long as you guys are moving pretty consistently, I am and going to the mountain relatively soon. Yeah, I'm with you until then, at least.
Why do you care about the mountain? I know you know why I care. I deserve to know something about you.
I'll unscrew the pommel, just spin this this metal, and it'll not fall over.
Inception style.
Inception style. And this thing points me. Then I don't mean to make it seem so one-dimensional.
Make a perception check.
Was it bobbing?
All of us, or just him?
Just him.
Oh, we are in a different mansion.
It's not a disadvantage anymore, so I'll
Nope,
take
you're
the
not drunk.
first.
Unless your
That
breakfast
is
is
an
wild.
18. That is an
Okay.
18.
18?
Get Irish coffee.
It's spinning. You see, there's normally some inlaid runes into the architecture that would equate to an arrow, like pointing some direction. And you see it is flipping between the door and Velsius.
Hey, Velsius. I hate to do this to your ass, but would you mind?
Excuse me?
No, so let me. So I took a pause at the wrong moment. Would you mind just scooching down, just like 5 feet that direction?
And I'm just gonna go ahead and fine. And I'm gonna scoot.
The wooden chair over it at the door and at him.
Yeah.
So you were saying this points you to where?
What is this doing?
I'll put it down. It's taking me to the mountain.
So I guess our question is, what are you going to do when you get there? Are you just because you were there?
Yeah, there was the whole bug thing.
Well, yeah, but what was your?
What was the goal?
What were you trying to do that you're gonna continue to try to do when you're there? Because we might have a different objective.
I'd asked the Queen when we were in the chamber. There were parts of the fallen parts of Latharus that were yet unexplored. There were the 2 floating isles. We've explored one. I think I must go to the other.
You mean the temple with the death mist? And I don't know of anyone else, but I saw some faces in there that I didn't want to see.
That was good.
Yeah.
The big orange fuck off sword in the sky thing? The crystalline structure?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
No, like that's where I think that's where I need to go.
I was going to go back there regardless anyways.
I mean, yeah, we kind of have to, I guess.
So I guess you're with us until then.
At least You've earned to know this. We might have been here a little too long. I haven't had any trouble for some months, but I'm not alone in my hunt, I suspect.
In your hunt for wherever this pommel is pointing you?
Yes.
Other
What does that
people
mean?
have a magic rod telling them where to go. And
This was in a larger piece. I had to abandon some. It has been seized, likely, and this is
Gotcha.
guesswork. This is my own conjecture, but this a compass port, a compass points north. And this might not be the only one. And I've been hunting a little bit, so.
You hear
Do you know who might have the other?
on the front door.
That wasn't me. Oh, okay.
I'll get up and
Archibald?
check.
Archibald opens the door, and you see a half-elven man, long, flowing, dark black hair, deep gray eyes, scar along the left side of his lip that runs under his chin. You see Captain Duuna is standing at the door. Hello.
I get up and I greet him.
Ah, Galliot.
Duuna, glad to see you're
Strength
alive.
and honor, my friend.
Strength and honor. Sure.
The Marquis has ordered that the Zalezu military take command of the city for the time being. I actually came to find you. I've heard that you were here. I'm glad to find you. It's the 8th now. Adjudicators are coming to the city tomorrow.
For what?
They're coming for the. They're coming for the. Ray and Galliard, you both know what adjudicators are. Adjudicators are they're the right arm enforcement of the Council of Vasselheim. These are warriors of the gods, essentially.
Can I roll?
Galliard, you know that because you know to not be around them.
Lit?
Ray, you know that because you trained with some of them in how to smash skulls if need be. The rest of you, if you would like that information, you could try to make a religion roll for me. Adjudicators are normally kept a little secret.
I would know nothing.
So Captain
I'm gonna-
Duuna saying that out loud means
Sure.
there's a lot of trust there.
I'm gonna look at Ray. Is that that's like a vampire, right? Like a Daphne or thing?
Adjudicators probably wouldn't like vampires, so.
No, they would not.
So I could be an adjudicator. I don't.
Oh.
They're coming here for someone specific?
No, they're coming here for the island that floats above the ruins of Beekeeper Peak.
They want to explore it?
Vasselheim, it seems, was immediately informed about the siege as it began, and it seems that the Marquis Dana Avalandra has granted them leave to do as they please within her region of the Othe War.
When
So,
will they be here?
4 adjudicators are due to arrive tomorrow, but I would not be surprised if some are in the city already.
Start to pack up my shit a little bit.
Do you hide that?
Just like a tidying motion.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Yeah.
Because he's like. Also, the Marquis has asked for an expedition. That's why I'm here to ask you to join it.
An expedition to the island.
We have requisitioned a skyship from Port de Molly at the expense of Vasselheim. It will leave on the 14th for the Temple Isle. Because that's what it looks like.
So in a 6 days' time.
Yes. The Marquis told me what some of you did for her, and she wants to offer you the title of Heroes of the Othamor.
if you would like it. And she also asks that as heroes and protectors of the region, you act as her arm for this endeavor.
Who's coming on this expedition? Us and the adjudicators?
The adjudicators are in command, but I will lead our team. And I will have Stryla with me. We will bring 10 of our finest to Zalezo, plus all of you. And we were going to open it up for mercenaries 2 days ahead of departure, if they wish to join as well.
What do you expect to find there?
Very large team.
The Marquis and the clerics of the Temples of the Apophides believe that the Blight may have originated from there, but we don't know whether or not that is true. We are hoping to explore it and stop this approaching twilight. And if the Blight originated from that place, we would seek out those that may have made it and destroy them. It's not often that a mountain near your city collapses and a island flies out of the ruin.
Well, that part was us. So.
Why would you say that? I
He's-
say that in my head.
What?
He's joking.
No,
Zero-
I mean, like, that was
He's a-
so us, you know, like, he's speaking generally, like, that's the sort of cool, wild shit.
Make a deception
I get
check.
up, I get up, I can
Ceramon
walk away.
has a way with.
Velsius, make a deception check with Bowser's help, so advantage.
Piermont would not think that needed to be keep a secret.
No,
'cause
for
we-
He
sure.
doesn't think anything
Like-
needs to be kept a secret.
Well, I mean, like nothing like that, because it's not like we crashed
Well,
into
we
the
know
football
that
or
the
something.
isle is not where it was created. The island that is right outside Ruddy's
Yeah.
palace is what
17.
created it.
17.
17?
Yeah.
Cool, he rolled a 12.
Oh my god.
Well, he rolled a 9 plus 3, so he got a 12. He goes,
Being stupid is fun.
right. That's
So
so
I'm,
us.
I'm
That's
foreign.
so us, Ciramon.
Yeah, yeah.
Language barriers.
Yeah.
He's,
Yeah,
he's
it's
from
something. I'll make sure the
Yeah, you
Zalezo
get it.
start using that. Is that from your home?
No, that's from me.
Ah,
it's a Ceramon special.
Oh,
As we've
I
been
like that.
calling
I
it,
like that.
right, Vaza?
Speaking of home, where are you located? Where are you based out of?
I'm from
Like, where would
Phelan.
you be? Here right now. Like, where can I find you to speak to
right,
you?
right. We're occupying these old fort ruins to the south. I think the name
Ostergroth?
was Fort. That's it, Fort Ostergroth. Yes.
Okay.
What
Okay,
are the
yeah.
chances? We've been
Wasn't
around there.
yeah, when we swam by it, when we boated by
We took a
last
raft
time it
by.
seemed to be destroyed. Yeah, raft by.
The
It
central
seemed to be
tower was
destroyed.
felled, but the wall structure of the fort is still mostly intact enough that you could stockade the gaps and create an effective garrison point.
But they can't get inside unless they dug, right?
Yeah,
Or okay, cool.
yeah.
Well, be careful on that
goes,
part of the
"What the-"
aisle. There was a bunch of bodies being burned over there when we came into town.
Oh, right, the camp, yes.
Yeah.
Sadly, most of them are dead.
Are you in charge of part of the reinforcement and recovery effort of the city?
Well, the captain of the Apophides, who was the captain in charge of the city, was torn into 3 pieces by a mob of 40 or so
That's too
Blightspawn.
many.
And so I have been named the commander in her stead. While we occupy the city, we plan to occupy the city for the next 2 months to aid in the
Right.
reconstruction, which is beginning today.
Congratulations.
But I do hope
I'm
you're not
sorry.
offended that I don't accept that gratefully.
That's fair.
I knew her; she was a friend.
My apologies.
It's okay.
Do you
I'm
know
sorry
for
why, or the presence of Port Zune?
Yes.
Are they Zalezo
They
as well?
sent a contingent. Yes,
Okay.
yes. All
Are they
the
gonna
armed
be
forces
around
of the
much?
Clovis Concord are called the Zalezo, even if they all
Yeah.
look different.
Okay. So Port Zune sent theirs, Alesso.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. And a young, annoying lord. He said he was leaving, though, so something like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Ray's from Port Zone.
And
Huh?
the fort... What?
You're from Port Zone, aren't you?
Oh,
Ray,
are
you're
you?
From...
Yeah.
It's good to
Well,
know.
Well, we're practically neighbors. I'm in Phelan.
Oh.
I love doing... Have you ever been by for the spring harvest? They're beautiful.
I've been by many a places when my family needed it.
We should also tell you we have 2 other people a part of our group that are willing to help. They have a giant worm-like creature.
Are those your
if you could
friends?
Yes, if you could spread word
Oh,
for them not to be in danger.
Yeah, they're
I
at the
just-
Sailor Breaker
I
Tavern.
just sent them to Bog Pit Prison.
Oh.
Guardsman, and he calls us Alezo, who's standing outside the open door. Have them released immediately, and tell the hunters to stop trying to track the beast. Excellent. I'm so sorry about that. They came in. They were trying.
okay.
They came in with this staff, and it looked like a large claw, and they were trying to tear apart a table to make pieces
That's
for it
mine.
in the tavern, and I don't know. It was very odd. So I had them arrested. They didn't resist.
Sorry.
Theramon?
Thankfully.
They were making that for me. I can pay for any damages that they caused.
Oh, yeah. You would have to talk that over with the owners of the
Yeah,
Sailor
we'll be
Breaker,
by
which
there.
is now quite broken.
I'm actually part of the owners.
Oh, are you? Are
I
you?
am.
Wow.
It's a Ceramon, this one's on me.
Well, then, yeah, you should
Oh.
talk to each other. Also, the Marquis, not to dampen the mood, has ordered 2 weeks of mourning. So, there will be no taxes for these 2 weeks. The temples will be open for the duration of the day and the night for these 2 weeks, and there will be mourners' processions on each of the islands every night for 2 weeks.
I also offer my services.
Yes, we will take all the help we can get.
Yes.
Specifically, from preservation and cataloging, there was some wreckage that came down. I would
Wreckage.
be, just out. Things were flying out of the mountain. I would be happy to catalog and report to you the relevant findings of the expulsion from the mountain. If you would
Guardsman,
care to have
make a
it.
note of this. Then consider that your assignment, if you would.
Yes, I'd be happy. And don't worry about assigning anyone to look into it. There could be plenty of dangerous things that we don't even know if the blight is fully seceded. So
No, you are right. We are sending what few priests yet live with squadrons to search the remainder of the city and ensure that the blight has been eradicated.
I can
stay
help
away
you
from any
also.
strange structures. Yeah, that'd be phenomenal.
I will help. Yes.
Okay. Excellent.
I'll
Excellent.
stop by different temples throughout the coming days to spread what aid I may be able to have.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Many have died. The count so far is 673. But
How many
that count will go
Are
up.
missing.
That count will go up for the next few days. We don't know how many are missing. We haven't got a head count of who's alive yet. Each day for this, I will have one of you roll a D100, and that will equate to the number of dead that are added per day.
Death on us?
Yep. Yep.
Facts, bro.
So actually, this is the 8th. So Ray, you pulled that D100 out. How about you roll the death count for the 8th of Brusendar?
Take a photo. Send it to us.
Ooh, I can get my actual D100.
I need to buy one.
That's not too bad.
D100?
Yeah.
They're so bad to roll, but
Yeah.
they're so fun.
Yeah, it just thudded. It didn't roll.
I hate rolling them because they don't actually roll well and they don't level out well, but it's just so fun. It's a giant ball.
Just yeah. I would fiddle with it, I think.
It is 39, by the way.
39. Cool. Doubled. So.
That's again on 78 right there. Is
Yep.
what that is.
Great. That's
It
in my
looks
notes.
weird in the picture. Like, it looks like...
It's gonna look off.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the 39's on top in the picture. It looks like a 1.
Oh, weirdly.
It looks like a
That's
1.
just
It looks like a
ignorance.
1 is on top. But it is
Can you roll
39.
a now 1 on a D100?
Yes, you can.
It looks like
It's
the 1's on
disgusting.
top, but it's the 39.
I want to
So
see
how many
this
people
photo.
total have died then?
That would be.
Over 700.
68 added to that. So 700 something.
Yeah, it was over 700.
Dude, I
It
love
was
your
like-
fucking
it's not
dice,
that good.
Oz.
It's like
That's sick.
653, right? Is that what you said?
673.
673.
That's a
plus
1,
38.
dog.
The 1 was not on top. The 39 is.
673 plus 39.
That's why I was saying the picture looks weird.
So yeah, like 712, something like that.
But it's just because
Quick math.
how all the numbers are like closely.
Oh, look at that,
together.
man. That is sick.
Was it like 740 something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say 740-ish.
740-ish.
Be like 742 or something.
Numbers are a lot big enough we can round. Just sad.
In the
Oh my
meanwhile,
God.
is there anything you need from us, Duuna?
752.
We've heard tale from the events of last night that Siramon, you were quite good at finding pathways.
For the most part, yes.
Stryla is she's a wildlander. She helps with long distance patrols. She could use help patrolling the swamps. A lot of the blight spawn walked into the water and then started coming up elsewhere. And we're sending swamp ships and foot patrols throughout the region to make sure that none of them yet operate.
So far, have you guys had any reports of them operating?
Thankfully, no.
Okay.
It seems that whatever it was that happened ended it last night. We still don't know what happened with that giant thing either.
The thing that
Well,
blew up?
Yeah, to give you a brief,
Calm down.
Ruddy Pete he is the reason why we were able to stop the rest of the undead and things.
The blind heart.
Well, if you don't mind, and I'm gonna like reach out my staff towards him, and I'll ask him if he'll let me, but I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Force without damage, because it says that it doesn't have to
educate?
have damage. It says each
What does it do?
round can deal 1d6 psychic damage if the thing
Okay.
is within 5 feet, provided the illusion is a creature of hazard.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask him if he'll let me show him in his mind.
He says, sure.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast
We use it.
Phantasmal Force, and I'm gonna show him the big blight heart and the little blight heart next to each other, and Galliard slicing through the big one, and a person falling out.
Okay. He
But
goes,
I'm not gonna. It's gonna be like not detailed of to make out like who it is.
He goes, what happened to the... What were those?
They were things called Blightborn that we took care of, and once we did, all of the rest of the blight spawn fell, and so did the monster.
So you five ended this?
Yes.
Along with Ruddy.
Yeah,
Along with Ruddy.
You
Six.
We
Ruddy
should
was
celebrate
near
you,
death,
should we not?
so-
No. It's not a time for celebration yet.
It's not. Maybe sometime in the future will be appropriate, but I don't think right now is necessary.
No, you're right.
We need to
you're right.
mourn the
I think
loss.
you said it best. It's a time for mourning.
We will mourn the dead.
And then after we can celebrate.
Well, I must return to my duties. I'm glad to see you all alive. Again, it would be the 14th at the break of dawn. We will
Are we
have,
meeting anywhere specific?
We will dock the skyship at the Stark docks, yes.
Okay.
In the military wharf there. So it will be watched by the Zalezo. Skyships are quite expensive. And landing one in the water is a delicate maneuver. So we will do that.
I know it.
Sorry?
Huh?
No, it's fine.
Oh.
I must return.
We'll see you then.
Get the swamps.
Honor among your Malicus people. Honor.
Wrong place.
Right. See you. He turns and leaves.
They shut the door?
No. Another soldier walks in. Walks straight up to you.
Me?
Yep, you, Galliard. Hands you a note. Gives you a salute. And then leaves.
I'll read it privately.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be like that.
It says, meet with the fisherman's supplier. The nets you asked for have arrived.
I just fold it back up and put it somewhere in my armor.
Okay.
So, do we want to go with him on the 14th? Or do we want to go before?
We either do this one of two ways. We go there first and try to beat them to whatever it is, or we go there with them.
If we do that, it's not going to look good on us.
Strength in numbers is always a good idea in a situation like this, but
I
you
think
know them better than we do.
it's also interesting to note that they believe that the blight started possibly at that isle, and we know that the island that we came crashing in on is where it actually started.
I don't know if I did a decent enough job. I think we need to get on that recovery effort. Too fucking sweet.
Quick question, DM. If why should I not see the adjudicators? Or I've been just a brief.
Good.
Or you can text me if you want, just to keep it private. But I just don't know.
I'll text you.
Okay, bet. So going back to what I was saying,
Above table, we could use the time. We could use the time in the middle of them to go do that.
yeah, but it doesn't mean we have to wait until the 14th to do it. We can go
That's
a little
fair.
before.
That's fair.
I mean, it is the 8th. We can leave on the 12th.
It was a whole day
Do
trip
we-
to get there and back.
Do we? Because I just want to be clear.
Do we steal the ship?
What is our reasoning for getting there before them? Are we afraid that they're going to
We're gonna afraid about
use the information for
what the-
something?
yeah, we're
or-
afraid of what they're gonna find. That's what I'm thinking. At this point, they're pointing fingers towards it, and I don't know. I don't know what we want the general populace to know, especially bodies of government. That's where Mars is at. Velsius is like, that's my fucking home. Oh, let me go there immediately.
Personally, I don't want them taking my shit.
And what shit is that? Before we're really interrupted.
Would you accept I don't know?
We would with a vague idea of what you think it is.
We've accepted it before.
DM,
Serum on
more
that.
pieces?
We've accepted
As far
it
as-
before.
As far as the previous poll and the previous piece,
Mm-hmm.
I'll reproduce what I had swept off the table, which is my pommel in front of that fucking Zalezo. I'll tap it on the table and go, probably more of this.
Of wobbly?
Yes.
So you don't know what you're looking for, but you're being pulled to it, right?
have a good idea of what I'm looking for, and I am being pulled towards it.
And what's that brief idea?
There's a piece. There's a construct. It's connected to me, and there are more pieces out there. 2.
And the
You
other
have
one
2
was
pieces already.
you see you lost. That was the one you lost.
Yep. See him kind of grit his teeth through it.
Well, it looks like you're stuck with us until we finish the beekeeper arc, huh?
No, you're stuck with
God damn it.
me.
What do you mean art?
Ruddy! And I call out for Ruddy.
Yeah,
Listen, this is kind of,
you really didn't have to yell like that. I was just right here.
being 6'7", it's hard for me to.
You're right. You're right.
Damn.
You're freakishly tall.
That must
So
be
going
what
back to what I
Mayor
was saying-
Lear likes about you.
If we can, if we can keep
Mary
it on
Lear's
the low,
wild.
I think it's his eyes. They have a.
if we can keep it on the
Sharpness.
low, can you keep the dryad, or actually tulip? I'm sorry. Can you keep tulip inside the tower
I can.
until the adjudicators leave?
That'd be a good idea.
I have. For you, I will let Mildred in to teach her. She seems like a child.
She's all up to
We were thinking
I-
ethics and civics so far. Also, ceremony civics definitely for our arachnal friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have books on that. Mildred has her own way of teaching.
Speaking of books, did you find the book of the Vestiges of Divergence that you said you would look into for us?
Oh, fuck.
To be fair, we did bring you back into Fort Ostergoth like the next day.
Yeah, I'll be honest,
and
no.
all this happened.
I could go look again.
Oh, okay.
But I also kind of want to be here when Mikael gets back. I wonder where he is.
Who's Mikael?
Oh, nice
That's all.
guy. Nice
Oh.
guy. I like him when he's
Nice.
blue.
Two people. Good guy.
Yeah, he's the good
3
side of a
people.
demon.
Ish.
Is he
Okay.
3?
It's 2,
It's
but
both-
3.
It's technically 2. Listen, all you need to know is he was.
Oh,
He's got split
Man, actually-
personality.
when you said demon, hold on. He
yeah,
runs
bag
out
of
into
holding.
through a door, and then you watch as the room shifts and it's a different room. It takes a good 5 minutes before he comes back with the bag of lost whispers, sewn closed. And he comes up and he says, "So good news, bad news.
Oh no.
Good
Good
news,
news.
bag of holding." He hands it to whichever one of you is going to manage the party inventory.
I already have a fucking section for it. So,
Okay, he hands it
With
to
a
back.
detailed list.
Yep, he hands it back to Galliard. Bad news. Don't know where the demon is. Somewhere.
Like
Somewhere
in the house, you mean?
in the house or
Uh-huh.
somewhere.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Might have.
Is that okay?
Real talk. Could have been one of these refugees and just walked out the door.
Well, that's not good.
Who knows anything about Glabrezus?
Nope.
Demon.
You know?
So it wasn't a metaphorical demon?
But you actually know about.
I was.
was
That was
a
more
real
of a DM
demon.
thing. That was more of like a DM
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Oh shit.
No, it's a real demon. Not good. Not
I'm gonna
good.
assume, I'm gonna assume Velsius knows what a demon is.
Knowing that you
You were
have
there
all the
when
rooms
we
in here, I'm
talked
sure you
about
can
it.
search every single room,
Yeah.
right?
Sorry, Galliard. If
I said you can search every room and
Oh, I
look for it
was,
to see
right.
if it's in here, right?
I have my servants scouring every room.
Cool. Can
The
you
thing
give
is,
us a
there's like
definitive
1,000
answer?
of them.
We'll give you a few days, maybe.
Yep, I'll get back to you.
Weeks.
Hey,
Wait, when's the last time you saw Mikael?
When the siege started.
Can you contact him, Ray,
Mikael?
and see where he's at? Yes.
Sure.
I don't think you can do that in here.
No?
No, when we step out, we'll do it. Just want to make sure that he didn't take it and run off.
The demon?
Not the demon, the crystal that the demon was in. Yeah.
All right.
Speaking of crystals, you guys I trust a lot, relatively, for a big day. And I'm sure your friend Pete you hold in high confidence?
That's me.
Oh yeah,
He's,
Rafi? Yeah.
he's an esteemed friend.
Yeah, that's my boy, Sir Man.
Yeah.
I sweep the table and I take out some pen and paper and I just start, alright, look, it looks like there was some sort of arcane battery, blah, 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 and I start just giving him the
Ooh.
basics of the interior of the island that he was on. That shit's in the swamp. I have talked to the Zalezo captain. I might have gotten the job as scouting and recovery. I would... Obviously, you have the ability to get to it faster and take it, but if there was some sort of sharing and recovery, and you'd be interested in participating, Versius and I
You go
will-
get it.
Okay. Would we be able to bring it here safely?
Yeah, I've got a few storage rooms.
Speaking of storage rooms, that thing seemed to have been powered by those big glowy stones. Broomstone, yes?
Broomstone. Yeah, broomstone. Shit's rare.
A significant quantity of a rare substance just landed ass first in the swamp.
How much?
That's
Enough
Well,
to fly the island.
the
Holy
island that you
shit,
were
there could
on.
be like 2 whole skyships worth. That's crazy. You guys could be rich.
We all could be rich. I just wanted to know if you had a good idea as to how to recover that. Maybe
Well,
under the cover of...
if it's particleized, then you're fucked. There might be floating droplets of water every night for a while. But if it's shattered into big crystal pieces, you just kind of have to hold them down. You just gotta grab them.
Right.
Wow, they just float.
Kind of. If there's any sort of semblance of an arcane charge into them, they fucking go.
Do you have any idea about binding or dampening? Is there anything that we could do to make them, any advice to make them look like regular stones for transport, perhaps?
Oh. The bag of holding can hold 1,500 pounds.
And as he's doing this, I'm pulling stuff out from my backpack that we got, like
Yeah.
the fire steel ingots, the booking key from the fucking thing. I'm like, do you guys need to put anything in here? Ray, what do you need?
I'll just send you a text of it later.
Yeah.
Bet.
Could hold.
I wish I could just like pass an item.
1,500 pounds. You could probably put a few of the chunks in there. See, the nice thing about a magical rock that is levitating, it
You know-
doesn't actually weigh that much.
It's weightless, right? At that
rock?
point, because it's less than air.
As long as you have a charge in it. Once there isn't a charge, it's kind of a rock again. But, me.
Is there a chance that we tear the bag of holding if the charge is depleted within the bag?
No.
It's a-
Well, shit, maybe. Depends
It's
how much you put
maths.
in there.
We might be coming and going throughout the night.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Wouldn't you could use a cart?
But if it's magical rock and it's floating, I
Cover
don't
it. A tarp. Dead bodies. Come on.
Oh,
Don't use dead bodies, that's
Sir
fucked
Mon,
up.
You said you had some goats, right?
I do have 3 goats. We have Billy, Kid, and goat number 2.
Can we
Um,
borrow Billy? Have a-
He's all the way at the entrance of Othe. He's so far
we'd
away.
have to go back to get them, but yeah.
He's half a day south.
I didn't know that.
And technically, we have a cart that's waiting for us too that might need a little fixing, but sure.
Maybe
Yeah,
we
I
spend
wonder
some
where
time going
Sirius
car.
is.
I have an idea on how to find Sirius, but we need to be near the water.
Cool.
Oh, if the target is on a different plane than you, there is a 5% chance the message doesn't arrive.
Okay.
So we'll go outside.
Okay.
Just to be safe.
Yeah. I'll do a sending, and I'll just be like, Hey, Mikael, just checking in, seeing where you're at. We're just trying to get an idea of what to do next.
Oh, right. It is it is it is been some time since I've heard from you. I have been moving people left and right and up and down to get them out of trouble. Move left for me. Cool, you move to the left, and then two hands come through space-time and rip a hole out of it, and a blue rip and tear opens, and coming out is Mikael, but his hands are blue for a moment, and then they rescind back to his normal human flesh.
Oh, are you
As
gaining
this
some of the power?
Scruffy, Eastern European wizard comes out.
This is Mikael, but are you gaining some of the control over your powers
comrade,
as the
there's no
bagman?
problem here. No, yes, we are having conversations sometimes. A little agreement here, little agreement there. I go to a plane he wants to. We get to play here.
It's good. At least there's some sort of communication between
Don't get me wrong, it still hurts like fucking crazy. But, what are you going to do?
At least he's not ripping out of your skin anymore.
He's not, right?
Only most of the time.
It's better than
Look,
not having
Did
control
you
over
come
it.
outside, or are you with them, Vasa?
yeah, I think we're all
I think we're
together.
all
so
on
everyone's
our
We
side.
all
shocked
just
for
wandered
it.
out. Yeah.
Unless I'm doing comprehend languages inside, I was gonna stick with the party.
Oh, okay. He goes, hello. It is pleasure to meet you. I'm Mikael.
It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm Baza.
Baza. Okay, yes, this is good name. Good name for a good man. He kind of
Good name
claps your
for-
shoulders.
A good
Man?
It was more of a question.
I
Sorry.
don't mean to assume.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was actually making and didn't want to assume about your anything really.
Oh,
That's-
I am male. I
right.
think both of me is, yes.
Okay, we'll put a pin in that.
No, he's the one that I said is the 2 to 3 people.
I am the, Have you heard boogie tales about the bagman?
Yeah, that's not sure. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
It's
No, like
He's part of the bag.
you make bags and then you like enchant them to be scary, or like you're
Oh.
No.
the
He
the,
comes
the
out of
whispered
bags.
thing from.
No, I'm the bagman.
It's made up.
It's-
Okay.
Did you
All
not
right, you
just
guys
see
are
him
pulling
come
my
through
leg.
space and time?
I saved them from him. That's how I met these
That
guys.
you kind of did, I guess. Maybe that
There was a
crazy.
lot of us
That,
that were involved with
that
that.
tower's weird, and then there was a dragon
That
that
Mikael,
we got a
followed
surprise
us,
for
and there's just
Yeah,
a bunch of
I'll
stuff
I'll
is
get
going on.
downloaded later. Thank you. Nice to meet you, Mikael the Bagman.
A pleasure, a pleasure, yes.
No, the tower. We haven't. Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yes.
Mikael, we got a
A month
surprise for
ago.
you.
What have you got?
We are going to. I think we all pretty much decided.
Oh,
that we're
wait,
gonna
hold
give
on.
you-
Have you seen the demon?
That's exactly what we're going to talk about. We decided to give you the power of the demon so you can use it, do your studies and whatever you
Help
need.
you
to
get
do.
the sigil.
The problem is Ruddy doesn't know where the demon is.
Oh. I thought he would find it by now. That sucks. Yeah. I will help him look. We both
If you
will.
could, that'd be great.
Well, in
and
between
then
your
we'll
guys'
find
looking,
the demon.
can you maybe help me get a little bit more familiar with arcane magic other than my divine magic?
His face lights up. Oh, you want to learn the powers of the arcane? Would you like to bend the weave to your command, sow chaos into order? These wonderful little things?
Yeah. I
Say less, my friend. He slaps you on the back.
I started learning from one of Ruddy's students in Port Damali.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's an interesting
Never
fella.
met him. Have not been. Don't know what the Port Tamale is.
Oh,
Check it out. It's nice.
wait, no, you were. That's where we
Wasn't it-
crash landed and went to a tavern.
You didn't.
Oh, that's
So
the
Chris Hines in the
tavern
field
place.
Oh, that's right. He was in the tavern.
But
Oh.
yeah, I guess you only saw the inside of that room, huh?
Oh, is that where the shop was that he ate your friend from?
Yep.
Okay, so you saw two places.
Well,
Yeah.
yes, you remember Little Fingers through the ribcage and pool. It was a good time. It's
you
how we
really
all
just-
met. Baza,
It
nice
pulls-
to meet you.
It pulls on my heartstrings.
The same,
you
Mr. Bag.
remember.
Yeah.
Mr. Bag, don't do that. That's weird.
Sorry,
No,
I-
see, Baza,
I was
the
trying
to-
Bagman
Just Mikael.
is a different guy.
I'm
Yeah, he's
Mikael,
Mikael.
and he does not like to go by the
I-
Bagman.
You'll know when the Bagman shows up.
If I remember correctly, his last name
Gonna
is
shh.
Talbaron? Tambaron?
Yes.
Something like that.
Talon.
Well, that sounds more like it. Okay, wait. So this is real.
Oh yeah. That's why. I said-
100%.
We'll tell you more about all of our adventures if you
Mikael,
decide to
apologize
stay.
for my rudeness.
Well, how about we do this? While you and I will work on arcane cantrips and little spells. Baza, I will tell you a wonderful tale of this place. It is called Sigil, and I cannot wait to explain it to you.
Oh,
Yes,
maybe you
and,
could teach him
uh,
some higher level magic.
Oh, sure, of course, that would be wonderful. That's what I'm here for. The rest of you, good day, good day, good day, good day. Don't let Ratty Pete sleep with you. He has,
felt
he
this.
has a rash.
No.
And
Wait, why do you know about a rash?
don't worry about it. Come on, let's go.
As they walk in, I'm gonna tell Ceremon and Velsius, I'm gonna take a little trip. So I'll see you guys by the end of the night.
I might be out helping the search parties, but tomorrow for sure.
I'm gonna help Baza with with the recovery efforts at the island.
Cool. Then yeah, I'll just see you guys when I see you then, and I start heading towards the start docks.
Okay. Galliard, the bridges have all been reassembled with a makeshift usage of other ships as like stopgaps. Hold on.
Oh, I also, if I could roll whatever, I want to keep an eye out for the adjudicators.
Okay. Give me a perception check as you move through the city of, well, the ruins of the city of Othe.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay. As you walk through the streets and past Zalezo guards, civilians, people carrying wounded towards the temples of the Apophedes, you see that while the Washes was hit the hardest, every islet in the city suffered. You see ruined homes, destroyed businesses. You see people are piling bodies on the streets in neat rows and trying to cover them, and they're running out of cloth to cover them with, so they're bringing out blankets, they're sewing together clothes, just anything to cover the bodies. And as you head south, you see Captain Adir, the younger halfling man. He seems to be missing 3 fingers on his left hand. He's got a huge gash down the side of his face, and he has a different look about him. Not so much.
Can I approach him?
Yeah, you can.
Damon, you're alive.
Galliard. Of course. I am. He's like not looking at you.
Were you defending the start docks, or?
They just kept coming out of the water. And they just wouldn't stop.
I mean, you and your team stopped as many as you could, right?
Yeah.
Don't focus on the losses, focus on the ones you saved.
I'll try. I'll try to. And
If you
some of the... I thought I saw the strangest thing. Sometimes in the mist, I would see those who we had cut down, or who had died next to me, walking on the water towards a raft with a tall man, and he took them away.
you know which way he went?
He points towards Beekeeper Peak.
When did you see this?
He unconsciously touches the wound on his head. Ah. My soldiers say I was knocked out for a time, but before the darkness took me, I swear I saw him, Galliard. A boatman.
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and say, "Look, you just need some rest. I know it's been a tough couple of days. I think you earned it this time."
I'm staying with my mother. Our Zalezo station was overrun, and it's still full of my friends. I'm sorry. And he leaves.
Do I see Sirius out on the lake by any chance?
Give me a perception check.
You definitely feel serious. It's for damn sure.
That's a 9.
You look out on the water. The sky is overcast. The rain from earlier this morning has stopped. The only boats that you see are bearing banners of Zalezo units.
So he's been guiding the souls to Beekeeper's Peak. Allegedly. I mean, he pointed that way.
Allegedly.
I continue making my way to the dockyard specialties.
As far as you know.
You find the door is flung open to the small shop full of fisher's wares and rowboats and the like. It's dark inside.
Do I notice if the door was forced open or is it open when it's normal, I guess?
Give me a investigation check.
16.
Part of it is crumpled through. A lot of the wood is battered. It was broken open.
But with that same check, was there any blood? Like, was it forced open by undead? Is what I'm asking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, cool. Can I rush in?
Yeah, you rush in and you see 4 blight spawn lie dead at different points throughout the shop.
I don't see anybody else. Then I'll just call out, Moira.
Yes. Right behind you, with a blade out. Moira walks forward, the halfling woman, silvering hair, confident stride. Galliard.
You're still alive, thank goodness.
Oh, if you think 4 of these fuckers can get me, then you're quite mistaken. Did you get my letter?
I did, yes.
Hmm.
Hence why I'm also alive in Media.
I have really weird news for you.
Really?
Let's go to my secret room real quick. She opens the
false paneled wall behind the desk. You see inside, you see her daughter is in there sleeping on the couch in this like back office. It's fine, she doesn't know. You asked me just before the siege started to get information on your draconian friends. I have bad news for you.
What is it?
The Dwendalian Empire and its infinitesimal might and prestige and honor and wisdom of an owl has officially recognized the New Draconian League as a legitimate government.
The New Draconian League as in New Draconia.
They're currently making plans to open an official embassy in Rexentrum, the City of Kings, as well as an embassy within the newly founded city of New Draconia. God, they're so bad at names. Which was founded at the mouth of the Dreamoth Ravine. You should know it, you walked out of that ravine when your city fell.
We're familiar.
And as far as my sparrows, my little birds, tweet, tweet, tweet in my ear, it seems they have already begun consuming villages of Ravenites nearby.
And I'm guessing they've been enslaving them.
Galliard, what you feared has begun. Draconia is rebuilding. There's one other thing. I have heard tell that you are in the accompaniment of a elven man.
Newly elven, yeah. I mean, or well, newly accompanied by a few days.
Would you mind explaining to me why a Volstrucker agent came into my shop and asked me questions about your new friend?
A Volstrucker agent, what is that?
Well, a Volstrucker is an assassin for the Cerberus Assembly. The magic ruling council that answers directly to the king of Rexentrum. So what I mean to ask, Galliard, is did you know that one of your friends is being hunted by some of the most powerful mages that yet live?
I did not actually. And to be fair and to be honest with you, he hasn't really been open about who he truly is, apparently. So this is all news to me as it was to you.
Galliard, he left an hour ago. If you want to save your friends, I would move. And with that, we'll pick up this in September next time.
You son of a bitch.
There you go.